Let's go. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? Silverback of rappers in the building. You heard me? Yeah. Feeling this already. Time to turn up when I enter the building. Either you fake or do this for a living. Locking down the game like I put it in the prison. It's not a rap career, more like a mission. The shit I spit is always low. Got C4 explosives in my coat. The rap terrorists, I thought you know. These bum motherfuckers just got to go. When it comes to the bars, I'm well trained. Been doing this at a young age. I'm animal outside the cage. Turning enemies to shark bait. How much shit I got to take when it comes to the rap game nowadays. Most these bum dudes need to fade. Not the haircut from Stevie J. Clap, clap, that's that. Put him in the Snapchat. Lyrical chit chat. Bring that track back. Nigga in the tic tac. Smell like an ass crack. Where's them hoes at? All my nuts at. Guilty. Been a bad influence. With my music show improving. Legacy pursuing. I'm a mutant that be pooping or your belly moving. Either got your mind thinking or your body moving. Stash a microphone from you and ask what you doing. Am I you the music moving? Got you acting stupid. Still recouping about to lose it. All these snakes and juices. Smoke with the Easter Bunny. Body slam Cupid. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm not even gonna go too crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's some little light. But for the rest of this fucking tour, I'm gonna go fucking ham on your whore. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do to Silverback of rap.
What? Damn, excuse me. Sorry about that. 1 2 1 2. How I'm sounding to you? What it do, B? Council Roundtable, episode 283. We talk that old-fashioned rap to let y'all know what's happening. Cody finally does something to John Cena. About time we got a little action going on. They dragged it out. You know what I'm saying? Since the Elimination Chamber, all you seen was a promo here, a promo there. And so they finally got their promo battle. And it was a good promo battle. I'm not even going to hold you. Definitely enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? This dude got triggered. Cena got triggered when this dude, Cody Rhodes, said, that's one thing they never chanted about me. They never chanted that I can't wrestle. So that triggered Cena. So Cena came back in the ring and tried to catch him with a cheap shot. Cody Rhodes ducks the punch, catches him across Rhodes, which was a slow punch, by the way. That punch was mad slow. Like, you getting old on us, Cena. Anybody could have seen that punch coming. Well, finally, that was a ugly ass suit you was wearing, Rhodes. Like, I know you got more suits than Steve Harvey, but sheesh, my dude is wearing any type of suit now. That suit was like some, I don't know, like some old school butler named Cadbury or some shit. But yeah, man, like pretty decent segment. About time something happened. From what I was hearing, this is supposed to be this dude's last appearance, Cena's last appearance until the Raw before Mania. So I don't know how they're gonna situate that, because that's like gonna be like what, 2 weeks without Cena. Can this dude Cody Rhodes have a fucking match, please? Like, when's the last time he had a match? What was it, a dog match? I think it was a dog match. He went up against Carmelo Hayes again. Like, how much time this motherfucker's gonna talk? I'm tired of him talking. He talks too damn much. Ballet, what it do though? What's good, Anubis? So you've been so busy, haven't had time to get my mark on. Oh yeah, man. Finally, Gunther looks like a killer. He finally looks like a killer. Like, we finally get a little bit of some of that old Gunther back. But I think it should be more. We got like what, 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks till Mania. We need more. Like what my dude King Eric said. Shouts go out to King Eric, from Off the Cuff Radio. He said Rikishi should be taking the bump. Like especially I said like the Raw before Mania, yeah. Really take that feud to the next level. Like had this dude really taking down his family. You know you're gonna take a Roman. Like Roman's already occupied with what he got going on with Punk and Rollins. But Rikishi, yeah, I totally agree. Rikishi should be taking the bump. He don't even have to take the bump. Just have like a backstage segment or something like that. When this dude Rikishi's already laid out, face all bloody, and have Gunther standing over him, proud of his work. But definitely some good segments on Raw. Raw wasn't really much, but it had something here and there. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get more excited for WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? The excitement still isn't there. Gunther. Some Walter shades? You mean Walter? Yeah, definitely can't touch Jacob. Yeah, leave that alone. He don't want them problems. Even though that'll be an interesting match. Gunther versus Jacob, I'm here for that. La Reine General. Before we open up the floodgates, you already know, hit that thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? But also, I wanted to touch on this whole Swerve and Booker T situation. I'm going to do a quick little reaction because this dude Booker T basically addresses the whole situation in this clip on this Hall of Fame podcast. Let me see if I can fire this up real quick. Let me know if y'all can hear this in the chat. Quick little clip I want to react to.
Swerve Strickland, okay? And me personally, what's your thoughts?
I feel like for our audience, our radio audience and YouTube and podcast audience who might not have heard what is exactly going on, Swerve Strickland was interviewed on Vlad TV, and there was a clip that started floating around the internet. And Book, I mean, I think fair is fair, putting it in.
As always, none but fair use. When it comes to YouTube, when it comes to Facebook, it's all fair use, y'all. I'm not profiting off of this. This is all for entertainment purposes only.
Context would be great. Can I play the clip?
Yeah.
Is that fine?
Let's go, Black Star.
Booker, this is the clip from Swerve Strickland's interview with Vlad TV. So it says Swerve responds.
For the company for a long time, and I know I've been fair for the last 20 years.
That's not what happened when Vince said the N-word in front of you. That's not being treated fair, in my opinion. And to that statement, it's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying what people are saying. I'm saying what.
Keep that in mind. He said so himself just now. He said, I'm not saying that. This is what your fans are saying. This is what your audience is saying about that situation. And yes, we did say that. When it comes to Vince McMahon saying, I'm calling John Cena his nigga right in front of Booker and Shawn Mel.
Your audience is saying. So it's not just me just talking out of my ass out of nowhere. It's what your audience has been complaining about for the better part of like 2-3 years from not seeing black talent even getting single matches on PLEs and stuff like that. It's not.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what Swerve said was all facts. Like what Bobby Fish said, where's the lie? You know what I'm saying? We spoke about the whole Vince McMahon backstage situation with Cena calling him a nigga. We question about the lack of black talent or any black talent at all in these PLEs that's been going on as of late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where's the lie? Let's continue.
That's the clip. So he was referring to a time on the show where there was some questions about Swerve Strickland, and did AEW overpay for him? WWE thought they paid him over market value, and Swerve, I think, was on the Breakfast Club and was discussing his WWE run and lack thereof, and I believe you said something regarding I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about. I'm black, so I'm just trying to understand if something happened to him personally. Maybe he should have thought he should have been a bigger star in the WWE. I hate we're still talking about this race thing. I've been working for the company for a long time, and I know I've been treated fairly for 20 years. So that
really now, Book, you've been treated fairly for 20 years? So we're not gonna remember this dude Vince teaming you with Goldust just to basically try to embarrass you? Which you got that shit over because you're talented, just like how you was King Booker. He gave you that gimmick just to try to make fun of you, try to embarrass you, but you made that work too. How about you getting your ass whipped by Stone Cold in the supermarket? You was getting treated fairly, right? Yeah. How about when Triple H hit you with one pedigree? One! And then he pinned you 3 minutes afterwards, and you didn't even kick out that one pedigree at that WrestleMania. Remember? When Triple H said guys like you doesn't belong to be heavyweight champion or WWE champion? Remember that? Huh? The fuck are we doing here?
Verbatim. That's exactly what I said. And I don't think you're going to find anything in that statement right there negative towards Strickland.
Well, you know what? Let's give some more context.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me play some more context, because Swerve Strickland actually did make history in AEW as becoming the first black AEW champion. We discussed that.
Oh yeah, before we continue on, one thing I wanted to touch on also, Swerve didn't get a chance to be successful. Let's call it what it is. He didn't give him a chance. They got rid of him when he was, or did he ask for his release? I forgot. It doesn't really matter. But they separated him from Hit Row. Hit Row went to SmackDown by themselves, and we all knew they was going to suffer a slow death. Because without Swerve, there's no Hit Row. It's not going to work. All that shit fucking fell apart. As we all knew what was going to happen. And of course, there was some hopefuls out there like, nah, they'll be all right, because we wanted them to be all right, because we legitimately liked Hit Row. But deep down inside, we all knew there's no Hit Row without Swerve.
On the show, and here was your reaction to that.
I'm a big fan of Swerve Strickland, man. I saw him in Ashford, a couple of months ago, and him and I, we networked a little bit. Then, but to see Swerve Strickland become the first black champion over in AEW is.
He must have only been on one episode of SmackDown. So I vaguely remember them all together on the main roster. So, pardon self, my guy. Appreciate that.
Really, really, really awesome. I was listening to him talk just this morning how, Kofi just won it not too long ago, and now he's winning it. That just lets you know that.
Damn, this dude Bad Bunny, that shit is mad loud. Basically, this dude Booker is giving him praise right here. Let me fast forward it a little bit. Plus, I don't want YouTube to be on their bullshit playing that Bad Bunny.
Words, world title.
That's high praise right there. I mean, and you know what? I don't like. Like I said, I was at an event this weekend. In Richmond, Virginia.
Henny God, what it do though?
And lo and behold, who was at the same event with me, actually as a part of the same party. It was literally the first person I run into the morning of the event. And just like Swerve Strickland said, me having the energy when Vince McMahon said the N-word. I rest assured I had the energy when I saw him because I approached Swerve Strickland and I had a conversation with Swerve Strickland. Let's talk.
Why you had the energy for him for? They don't make no sense. He's not making any sense. Like I said, remember I told you to put that in your back pocket? Swerve didn't come at you. Swerve said what we were saying. And he's right. That's what we were all saying. Like, wow. Even New Jack said so. God rest his soul. New Jack said, like, yo, how you gonna let this dude get away with calling you? Oh, he didn't call Booker. He thought he called Booker a nigga, but he did it. But he still said the N-word around his presence. And all he said was, he didn't say that. Tell me he did not just say that. The fuck you mad at Swerve for? Or let's have a conversation about what? Have a conversation about Vince, about that fucking segment. And the segment didn't do anything for nobody. It was just a random, weird segment.
About the conversation. In depth as far as what I told Swerve Strickland. I had an offer to be on Vlad TV before as well. And I turned it down.
Oh, we're going to talk about that too.
And they offered me money to go on Vlad TV. And I turned it down because I was not going to go on Vlad TV and be exploited. I wasn't going to go on, on Vlad TV and him make me look like a fool in front of the world. I was not going to do that. And I wasn't going to go on Vlad TV and say anything negative towards any black man that's ever been in this business because I know how hard it is for all of them. I've been the first.
You are so full of shit. Yeah, you won't go on Vlad TV to say something about a black wrestler or any, you know what I'm saying? But you do that shit on your podcast. That's you know for doing. You know for shitting on black talent. Moving on.
Just want to say any brother getting his bag, I'm all in, 100%. But I told Swerve Strickland to his face how disappointed I am in him as a young brother because all I did for Swerve Strickland ever was put him over and put him on a.
Is this dude suffering from early dementia or something like that? Why are you mad at Swerve for stating facts? He didn't attack you. He called something out that we all were saying. Us as fans, us as watchers of the fucking product, you goofy.
Pedestal as being one of the best out there that ever did it. He deserved being the AEW champion. And for him to say something like that about me, I don't know if these guys think racism stopped in 1990 when I got the business, but it did. Okay, you may not hear about a lot of racial issues with Booker T because I handled racial issues head first. I opened doors. I broke down barriers for people like Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland perhaps would not even be here if it wasn't for me. I have to apologize for nothing that I've done in this business because I've gone out there and literally represented in the ring.
Man, shut your goofy ass up. And yes, you did represent in the ring. I'll give Booker that. But other than that, you so full of shit, Book. I don't even want to hear no more of that clown. You mad at this dude for what? Why are you mad at him? Oh, yeah. And then this shit with him saying that, he turned down the the Vlad interview. Let me pull up the Council Tron real quick. After I pull up the Council Tron, I'm gonna open up the floodgates. Let's talk our ish. Hold up. Let's see what the hell this dude talking about over here. Look at this shit. Shots go out to Jaquez from Jabba's Tears. I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring it closer a little bit. Look at this shit. Interested to interview you for Vlad TV. We recently did Mark Henry. Hey, what's up, bro? I'm definitely interested. What all would you want to cover? I'm based in Houston, so we could do a Zoom or something. For those that, the Zoom meeting or whatever the case may be. So, this doesn't look like you turned anything down, sir. You looked hella excited. Judging from these texts. Interested in covering your career, like I do in most of my interviews. We have a cameraman in Houston, so we can do it remotely that way. We can go to your location or book a studio. Yeah, if he'd want to meet me at my studio where I do my show, we can do it that way. When would you want to do it? I'm normally free on Thursdays. You didn't want to do the interview, huh, Booker? Look at this fucking guy, man. Get just pack this dude up, man. You see that goofy shit, Ballet? Yo, Booker, you make this shit too easy, yo. You are a fucking lame. One of the best workers when it comes to black wrestlers. Yes, I definitely give you that, but you contradict yourself more than a motherfucker. Anyways, let's get to it. This dude here. Oh, I turn the interview down. Oh, Vlad is a fed. He said that towards the end of the video. He didn't call him a fed per se, but he said that people that get interviewed by him end up in the feds. Is that true? Oh, hell yeah, it's true. And Vlad is not the only one to blame. Vlad is not the only one to blame. They can easily deny those questions, don't answer them questions. And yes, Vlad is a sucker for even asking them questions to try to trip people up. Yes, I definitely agree with that. But it's also you as a grown-ass man to deny answering those fucking questions that could trip you up. Take accountability. Let's say you, gentlemen and ladies. Fucking dude. Pack you up. Vlad was like, we're not going to do that. Vlad came quick with those texts. Like, sir, you was actually excited. The only reason why we didn't get to do the interview is because I showed up late. Or his cameraman showed up late. Whoever showed up late. Henny guy said, I thought it was just me who caught Booker T be Uncle. Nah. We all knew what type of time Booker was on. He's a whole fucking goof. Ain't gonna get you over here getting mad at Swerve for what? Swerve didn't disrespect you. He's saying what we was all saying because it's a fact. That segment was fucking weird, and you agreed to do it. Black Soul, what it do though?
Nothing much, man. What's good?
Over here talking about this goofy ass Booker. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Booker T's a company. Booker T's a company, man. And again, there are differences in this world when you're talking about not necessarily like, well, yeah, let me just say it. When you talk about racism, there's differences in this world when talking about it. Okay? When you are a British wrestler and they dress you up as an Asian, saying, oh, so sorry, and all that type of shit. That is racism. When you are a Mexican and you're driving something they call a Juan Deere, that is racism.
Oh, look at Kamala. I really thought he was from Africa. This motherfucker's from down south.
Kamala and him having a white handler like he's motherfucking. I think that was the Brooklyn Brawler. Yeah, that was the Brooklyn Brawler. The Brooklyn Brawler as his white handler. That is racism.
Hold on, the Brooklyn Brawler was kimchi. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's kimchi.
Wow.
That is racism. When today, talking about in today's term, if you want to call what what happened to Swerve, what happened to the Hurt Syndicate business, whatever you like to call them, racism, that's fine on you. I am not going to dispute that. That's your opinion. I'm going to let you stand on your opinion. I don't find it that. What I find it as him simply not getting you. That should be their responsibility for you to get that person, for you to understand that person, for you to book that person correctly. That's up to them. That's not up to oh, we got to find out a black quota.
Especially when Swerve asked Triple H, he said himself on the Vlad TV interview, he said like, yo, he walked to Triple H himself and was like, yo, what can I do to be one of your guys? Like, what am I doing wrong? And Triple H kept beating around the bush. He kept talking in circles.
That's also a massive problem in Swerve's indication too. What do I have to be one of your guys? No, motherfucker. Again, he simply did not get you. Triple H was the wrong person to ask. Gotta ask Steph. Gotta ask HBK. If you're asking other people, what do I have to do? Of course, they'll answer you.
Yeah, like when he afterwards, when he spoke to HBK, like, you know, HBK was actually thrilled to like work with him and go over old school tapes with him. And that's what Swerve was like, damn, I should have went to you from afar. Like,
yeah. Like if HBK did it, or like if you went to HBK, I'll go like, okay, that's understandable. Because HBK knows him best. If you're simply going to the person's not gonna answer you. He's gonna look at you and go like, "What the fuck are you doing? Go out there and perform."
But remember, he was doing that. He was doing his thing. Remember, like when Swerve was there, he was doing his thing, and he was just confused. Like, why am I not, getting over? Like, remember, it took him a while to finally get close to a North American Championship.
True. But remember. And let's stand itself as uncorrected. The very first call Triple H made when he first took over, I'm talking about this was at Mania 39. The very first call he made was to Swerve. Swerve turned him down. Let's not forget that.
Okay.
The next person he called was Punk. Punk forced his way out. After that, it was Malachi. And then that's when Tony Khan caught on. Like, hey, he's trying to poach our people. He's trying to get everybody back.
Yeah.
But out of everybody that he called, most of them came back.
Yeah, just about, yeah.
When it comes to
well, they coming back. Like, Aleister Black and all that coming back.
And even then, he didn't even when he called Penta and he called Ray Phoenix, he didn't even go to them. He went to Conan. That's when Conan was in the Hall of Fame. That was the reason why he was in the Hall of Fame. Triple H contacted them to talk about Penta and Phoenix.
Well, is Conan his manager or some shit like that?
I think like he's their advisor.
Okay.
So like when you look at everything and try to piece the puzzle is going along very, very well. Everything's fitting. When you look at everything step by step and what was made.
Mm-hmm.
So, for Triple H not to understand him, okay. For Triple H to call him back, so what? So you can not understand him again? I understand him not going back because he's good there. He's good at AEW.
Yeah, like you could tell, we all see Tony Khan treats him very well, and we all know he gets paid very well too. Yeah,
treats him great. But, and again, I understand speaking up for your company. I understand those things. I just want things to be not even. That's not the correct word. It's I want things to be called down the middle.
Yeah.
If you see something wrong at the place that you work at, call it out. Do not say like, oh, WWE does this, WWE does that. And then you look at AEW and their CCW bullshit and decide not to call that out. Just decide to call that good wrestling. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean. What it do, TKO?
What's up? You know, it's funny to piggyback off of what you just said, Black Star. I was about to say that Gunther spot of, if you noticed, he was drinking Jimmy's blood, but they shitted on but they shitted on AEW when Hangman did it or Mox did it.
Right. Nobody had nothing to say about that.
Yeah, and again, that's wrong. Like the pure ass whooping. I like that. Gunther sending Jimmy to heaven. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that part.
About time Gunther looked like a killer again. It took him long enough. I still want more though. I still want more. But
the whole drinking of the blood thing, that was wrong. That's idiotic.
I hope he took a hepatitis C shot or something like that before he did that spot.
and like again with to piggyback off what TKO was saying, everything that happened last night should have happened after the chamber.
I'm thinking this, right? I think everything is because me and this dude John was talking about that shit in the group chat. Everything is being panned out like this because it's such a long stretch from the chamber to Mania. So they gotta basically, they gotta spoon feed us because we still got like what 3 more weeks left till Mania.
3 weeks,
so,
3 weeks, yeah.
So they gotta basically stretch everything out. They gotta do things in like small increments. And yeah, we get to the point where we get tired. Something like, oh, come on, like pick it up. So there's it's both sides of the coin when it comes to that aspect.
But this was like if Mania would have happened next week, that would have been our criticism. Like, why didn't you do this after the chamber?
Yeah, like him feuding with American Alpha Academy, what the fuck their name is, Alpha Babes, Alpha Bums. I'm not really mad at them, like having matches or whatever, but he should have completely decimated them. It shouldn't have been no contest. Maybe have Otis get a little offense. Just a little offense because that's Otis, cool. But to the point where you struggling, come on, what are we doing?
I knew Jimmy was dying the second Jay said you got to be careful. Like, yep, he's dead.
But he had to. No, but he had to though. If Gunther didn't beat the hell out of Jimmy the way he did, then like I think people would have just been done. Like, just give Jay the belt and move on.
Like, no, that entire scene reminded me of Bloodsport when John Claude Van Damme was with that dude, that biker dude.
Yeah.
I like they're supposed to face a Chong Li. And Chong Li was you gotta watch the right leg. He twitches the right leg. That means he's gonna do something.
So I break you, just like how I break your friend. He's still alive too. I think Bolo's like in his early 80s. His birthday just passed not too long ago. Like, he looks good for his age.
He does?
Yeah. Yeah, Bolo.
Still big as hell, right?
Nah, of course he's gonna lose some weight, you know what I mean? Because because of his age. But yeah, man, I think his birthday just passed. I think he's like in his early 80s, late 70s, somewhere around there. Still looks like he's in shape though.
Like Bolo Young stayed fucking people up.
The Chinese Hercules.
Like, I think he was in. Like, he was in Bloodsport too, wasn't he?
Who Bolo? Yeah, that was Chong Li.
Yeah, and like that fight pit one, like he was in that one, right? Or kickboxer. He was in kickboxer.
Kickboxer?
Right?
No. You
Oh,
talking
no.
about Tong Po.
Okay.
He said thanks a lot, Ballet. Yeah, his birthday just passed. Like I think it was like a couple months ago.
You are next.
But that's what that
That
biker
was
motherfucker. That's what he got though, because it's like he was feeling himself a little bit too soon. He caught Chong Li with a little offense. He's like, yeah, I did it, yeah, turning his back on this dude. I'm like, this dude is so dumb. But after that, this dude Chong Li packed him up.
I'm like, turn around, right to an ass whooping.
Right. He said, no, stop.
Oh my god.
Oh man. What you gonna say?
Like then, like I saw a couple of April Fool's jokes kind of made me laugh.
Yeah.
One was like a post saying that Vince joined AEW. I was like, oh shit.
Oh god. Can you imagine if that really happened though?
Man.
Like another one said that GTA 6 was gonna cost 130.
Shit, that wasn't April Fool's. So they were saying that shit before April Fool's.
Really?
Right.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
It probably will. It probably will. So like, that's the crazy thing.
It will. It will. Like especially if you want to get like a deluxe edition, it's definitely gonna cost over 100, probably like 120.
Like then I saw one saying that
oh nice, Ballet, nice.
Saying that they're gonna redo the presidential election. That would have made me laugh.
You see the shit that Shane posted? Shane posted saying that he bought AEW. Oh, matter of fact, no, he didn't buy AEW. He was gonna bridge the gap with the partnership between WWE and AEW. That's what he posted. And I woke up seeing that shit. I had to wipe my eyes. Like, hold up, you got them eye boogers and all that. I'm like, hold up. Am I tripping here? I'm wiping the eye boogers out my eye. I'm like, wait, hold up. Am I seeing this right? Then I remember this fucking April Fool's. Shane plays too damn much.
And there are a couple of stories that have me interested this Mania season.
What's up?
One, I like what they're doing with Naomi. I like it.
Yeah, that when we was live during that promo, when she cut that promo on SmackDown, I had to spin the block on that. Watch that shit again. She killed that promo with the tears coming down her face and all that.
Yep.
Naomi definitely gets it.
Right.
All three of them do.
I also like how she explained the caution tape. Proceed with caution. That's going to be her catchphrase now. Okay, now it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for it.
All three of them understand.
Yeah. I also like how they don't have Jade looking like one of those corny baby faces. Like, yo, I don't want to smile. It's on site. I'm throwing hands.
Yeah, she's not an idiot. That's a first.
This is all we ask from baby faces. Like, we know how it works. If one of these baby faces gets jumped, we don't want to see him smiling. We want to see him fight. That's really it.
Exactly.
Like, there's a time and a place for the smiling, but now was not it.
I'm telling you, you have to watch WCW. The idiots that are on that show.
Yeah, Ballet. I was using Terry Bogard this time around. I was playing Street Fighter 6 and I used Terry Bogard. Yeah, check it out when you get the chance. You know what I'm saying? Good gamer gameplay over there.
And then like another story that has me interested outside of the two main events is El Grande Americano. I like that shit. Racist
Yeah,
fuck.
Speaking of racism, there you go.
Racist fuck.
Good lord.
But I like it.
Yeah, it's working. It's actually working for Chad Gable. It is.
It just sucks that Chad Gable has to wear a fucking mask to get over. Like, Jesus.
I guess they're trying to say he's ass ugly. I don't know.
But dude, he was old. He was over as fuck already. Like,
Yeah, people were saying that he should have been the one to beat Gunther and snap his undefeated streak. It should have been Chad Gable, not this dude.
if anything,
Sami
looking back on it, it probably should have been. Because, like, you telling me you couldn't have had Sami Zayn, Gunther, and Chad Gable in a triple threat? It still would have hit.
Like
It probably would have been a better match.
Like,
and on top of that, you could have had Gable pin Sami, and Gunther would have stayed unpinned and shit.
True.
Like, the only way this shit should end is if El Grande Americano faces Ray Phoenix. That's the only way this shit should end. I know how it's going to end, and I'm kind of proceeding with caution, knowing how it's going to end. It's going to end with Gable facing Ray, which what in the fuck?
That's going to be a fun match.
Speaking of Ray Phoenix, I wonder how they're going to do
better if it's Ray.
Well, speaking of Ray Phoenix, I wonder how they're going to debut him this Friday.
I hope it's different than Penta. Thanks a lot, Ballet.
He should be.
Who would his first opponent be?
He should be the sixth person in that U.S. title picture.
You know what I liked also? I liked that they said his full name, and he also said that's Penta's brother, and they part of the Lucha Brother. I like how they disclose that information. Because like from before how WWE gave it up, they'd have been like, "Oh, I don't know this person. I never seen this person a day in my life. He just fell out the sky somewhere. Signed him."
I think that has something to do with Penta as well. Like, if you want me, you sign my brother and keep him the same.
I could definitely see him saying that.
Probably Triple H probably asked both, like, "Hey, do you want to keep your name?" Then Penta probably said, no, I'm cool if you just call me Penta. Ray, I'd rather keep my name.
And wasn't there reports saying from before that Triple H was going to be on that type of time? He wasn't going to change nobody's names. Like, if they came from a different wrestling company, they was going to keep their name.
He probably asked
a report like that.
He probably asked him, like, "Hey, do you want to keep your name?"
I don't know, because they changed Ricky Stark's name. Not completely, but still.
Ricky probably said, like, "Hey, I want to change my name." Like, "Hey, what do you want to change it to?"
Yeah, probably wanted a new beginning. Yeah. And that Ricky Saints name is not bad. I like that Ricky Saints name.
No, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It actually kind of makes sense because he's from New Orleans, so his team is the New Orleans Saints. So I guess that ties into it. So it makes sense.
Okay.
I watched like this documentary, like this YouTube video, right? Like some dude was like traveling the United States, and those traveling the murder capital of the world, which is New Orleans. Oh no, murder capital of this country. They said like New Orleans, and like this dude walks up to this white guy and says, "Hey, what do you think the problem is?" And the white guy said, like, "I don't want to say it." They said, "I'll just go ahead and say it. We'll bleep it out." He said, "Niggers." So like, what the, huh? They always asking too much and shit. I was like, huh? Like, do you realize where you're at? You realize you're next? But he kind of backed off once he turned around and saw black people. Together announced they inked a deal with Vince. He will be the roast subject for the roast. Oh, good Lord, no.
The roast of WrestleMania.
Oh man.
Booker T lame ass should get roasted for always lying.
What did he lie about now?
Yeah, when you get the chance, I spoke about the whole Booker T and Swerve situation. I did a quick little deep dive. Not even much of a deep dive, but you know what I'm saying? I surgically ripped this dude apart, Booker, with his bogus behavior. So when you get the chance, you can just go to the top of the show and you know, get the catch up there.
All right. But at the same time, Booker is a company man, so of course he'll defend.
He's a house Negro.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna sit there and say he was in the WWE for 20 years and he always was treated fairly. I'm like, stop lying. No, you wasn't. And you mad at Swerve for what? It's like what Swerve said at on Vlad. He said with the whole N-word situation when Vince said it, he said, I'm saying what your audience was saying, which he was. The segment was fucking weird. It didn't add anything to the show or nothing. He just wanted that segment just to call John Cena a nigger. It was just so fucking weird and out of nowhere. It had nothing to do with anything.
I remember.
Book. We remember you were one of the most over guys in the company. You lost to Triple H when you really shouldn't have. And and when they finally gave you the world title, even though we talk highly of the King Booker gimmick, but it took them putting a crown on you and faking a British accent for them to give you a world title ring, my guy.
Yeah.
King of Africa was funny. King of Africa was funnier.
Oh God, that shit was not the King. It was funny though. It was. Back in my country.
It was funny, but still.
Like, we're not gonna do that shit, Booker. Like, come on. Like, and he's sitting there trying to get mad at Swerve. He was like, oh, I had that same energy when I approached Swerve, and he wanted to talk to Swerve about what he said on Vlad TV. Like he said, oh, Booker's done but a bitch ass niggas. And he ain't say nothing like that. Like, you acting like he came at you sideways. He didn't.
Right.
He's talking about the bullshit that be going on in WWE and the how the black talent don't get treated fairly in WWE, and it's just a fucking fact.
It really is. Oh shit!
What happened?
Ricky Starks is the North American champion.
Wait, what?
They gave Ricky Starks the North American title.
They don't give a shit about this dude Sean Spears, huh?
Oh my God, Ricky just won the North American title.
Yo, did Sean Spears just win that shit like last month?
No, he won that shit like 2 weeks ago. Oh my God.
What a bum.
This dude Spears had a 2-week title reign. Good Lord.
Louise.
Oh,
I don't think Spears.
Back to the ghetto you go.
I don't think Spears was supposed to stay there long, though.
Even still,
that is a month-long reign. Like, damn, that's how they
still like Spears has been chasing a title on NXT for what feels like forever, and he had a 2-week reign. Like, they didn't even wait until Stand and Deliver to give him the belt.
It's like, get that shit off that bum.
Like, he's supposed to move backstage. Probably at Punk's request, most likely.
I guess. And oh shit, Ricky, Ethan Page, and now Ethan Page just jumped him. But anyway,
yeah, I knew it was gonna have post-match beatdown. So Ethan Page is going after the North American Championship now.
Yeah, they really had Ethan Page backwards. Real.
They did book him backwards. I agree.
But because everybody in NXT, if you think about it, everybody in NXT is guys. Well, except for Jay. Jay's the only exception to that whole.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They had a lot of guys from AEW went to NXT, but still,
Yeah, like
but
all over
damn
Punk's
though,
guys.
but damn though,
Spears.
they couldn't wait to give Ricky a title.
Spears is a Punk guy. Saint Starks, Punk guy.
Yeah,
All ego.
Yeah, you notice that shit, right? Like what they did with Ethan Page, because Ethan Page he's a Cody guy, and they hot shotted him to the heavyweight championship.
yeah.
Okay, today's birthday is Logan Paul is 30, and Randy Orton is
Fuck
45.
Like fuck him.
Yeah, he's definitely a piece of shit, but man, this dude is like he's the epitome of charisma when it comes to WWE. That's one thing I just can't deny.
It sucks that a person that shitty can be that talented.
It's funny because that's how it be at times. It be the most talented motherfuckers be pieces of shit in real life. That's how it be at times.
Right.
Like HBK. HBK was extremely shitty. Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Oh, forget about it. Sean in the 90s was a fucking menace.
I just bumped my head. Hold on, let me
90 through 97. HBK
Oh,
90
man.
through 97. What's hell?
Especially 97. Good. Oh my god, the shit that they did was like good. How is this guy not canceled right now?
What he did to the British Bulldog alone is a work of art. You are in London, England. Your hometown man has the championship. He invited his wife and sister who had cancer to the event.
Only to watch him get screwed.
And HBK said, fuck that. I'm winning tonight.
Right. And the only reason he won is because it's the only belt that he never held. Like, dude, you won the world title 3 times at that time. You winning that European title was really not a dire need.
Right.
Like if it wasn't for Bowman Taker threatening HBK's life.
Right. Right before he fought Stone Cold, right? He told him he had to do the job, or he was gonna wash him up after the match if he didn't do the job.
It was because Taker was like sick as showing shit at that time. Like, bro, you got a bad back, pass the torch and go out gracefully, or you don't catch these hands. Like straight out.
And I heard he taped his fists and all that shit. He was like Wayne and Gorilla with his taped
Taker would have finished the job.
Crazy thing is Taker, like bro, Taker. He already broke Sean's back once. He'll break his head too.
He straight up tongue pulled that motherfucker and said bricks don't hit back.
Oh, Ludwig Borger's store, they doing that shit tonight.
Oh
Ludwig,
God,
his racist ass. Man, he was speaking of pieces of shits. They go one.
There's racism and then there's that.
Did he really need to tattoo exit only on his fucking ass though? Like, good lord.
Say what?
Yeah, he was a humongous homophobe, a real big homophobe. Like my dude, just say you like guys, because most motherfuckers that be on that type of time end up liking guys behind closed doors.
Nah, for real though. Like, no, even if you were gay, man, ain't nobody gonna judge you. Like, you don't need to like broadcast to the world that you're not.
At that time, they probably would have judged him. Because remember, at that time, was that like the mid '90s? They definitely would have judged him. Big time.
They judging him for that exit only tattoo. So that didn't help. Like, that
was so like, why do you have that shit, my dude? Who's looking there? Like,
right.
I want to walk up to every guy I see and show him my butt. Like, hey, there's only exit. This exit only. All right, now how you doing? My name is Ludwig Borger. The fuck out of here.
Oh,
but I got a funny story. It's baseball story, but like it's gonna make sense sooner or later, or by the end of it, it'll make sense.
Damn, it's gonna take
It's
that
like,
long to make sense.
It's like, so you guys have heard of Kenny Dykstra, right? The left fielder for the Phillies.
I was about to say, I thought you were talking about the dude from the Spirit Squad, Kenny Dykstra.
No.
Nope, don't know about that Kenny Dykstra. Only know about the Spirit Squad one.
Like he went, or he got arrested by the cops, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said that the cops whooped his ass while he was in jail, while he was in the holding cell, right? And he said that he called the black cop an N-word. And then the black cop and his friend went back to the holding cell, whooped his ass while singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
What? Damn.
And they said that they definitely him in 1 year.
Yeah, I broke up a little bit just now.
Like he said that they deafened him in 1 year.
Shit, I would believe so.
The guy doesn't take me out to the ball game, ass whooping.
Okay, so how does this tie into what we had going on? What's the kicker?
Now Luvid Borga, he got his ass whooped several times. Oh no, wait a minute. He got CTE while I think it was while he was a senator in Finland, I believe.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah, you're right.
I think he got his ass whooped too.
Did he?
I think in prison he got his ass whooped.
Probably got tired of his shit.
Like he beat the shit out of his wife.
Yep.
I think he beat the shit out of his kids too.
I think so. Yeah, I think I heard that same thing too. Yep.
This dude Ludwig has a freaking Hitler tattoo on his calf. Like, good lord.
Yeah, like he was a real piece of shit. And I liked Ludwig Borga as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like he was basically baby Lesnar.
That's the reason why
we didn't know who Lesnar was, but you know what I mean.
That's the reason why Lex Luger couldn't use the torture rack. Ludwig had it.
It's also the reason motherfuckers didn't want to work with this guy.
Yeah, because he was a self-professed racist. He expressed that shit without even caring. Like he let motherfuckers know, like, yes, I'm racist. I could respect that to a certain degree because he wasn't a closeted racist. You knew what you was getting with him. You know what I'm saying? He stood 10 toes on that shit. Still a piece of shit though. Otto said he still thinks Mick Foley was top 5. And when it comes to what, hardcore matches or bumming out, I say it's top 5 and bumming out.
You can do a bum out of the week with Mick Foley for a month.
I'm telling you.
Shit, man.
I'm telling you, like
my flabbers are gassing at this title switch tonight. Yeah, man. Like, wow. So it was how long did the match last? Was it like a flash pin? Like, what happened? How did that shit happen?
It wasn't like a roll up or nothing. It was a legitimate pin, like spear.
Was it good or did it suck?
It was a spear into a Rochambeau pinfall. Basically,
how long the match lasted?
Probably like a good 10, 12 minutes the most.
Oh, so yeah, at least he got some offense in.
Like it wasn't a squash. It was a decent match, still. I didn't
Ricky
expect
has a good
Ricky
move
to get
set.
the title so fast.
Ricky has a good move set. Sorry, Punk. I'd say
He does. I didn't expect them to give the title to Ricky so soon, but hey.
And he's facing Sean Spears.
I didn't expect it either, but I'm not surprised. Go, you can read it. Go ahead, Black. So you can read it.
What?
I thought you were just reading what Motto had just commented.
Oh, top 5 Dark Side of the Ring episodes. The Hell in a Cell episode. Yeah. Yeah.
My thing is, how many times they're gonna talk about? Didn't they talk about the Hell in a Cell from before? Like how many times?
I don't think they did. I don't think
What?
they talked about Hell in a Cell.
Because that match alone took 10 years out of Mick Foley's life. So yeah, you got to talk about it multiple times.
I'm surprised Mick Foley is still with us after all the bullshit he done put himself through. Like, man, he got an angel on his shoulder.
I'm telling you. Mick Foley must have walked around backstage. Like must have walked around backstage before that match and go like, "What did I do to God to get punished like this?"
Hey,
I
it
think
is. Go ahead, TK.
I think you got that twisted. I don't think God was probably asking himself that because Mick was doing all the crazy shit voluntarily.
Right.
Because Vader took 10 years out of his life. Then Taker, that entire storyline took 30 out of his life.
Does he have problems walking now? I heard he has problems walking now. This dude Mick. I thought that was an April Fool's joke, Ballet. Ain't an April Fool's joke, him being in a car accident? Because at the beginning of his entrance music, it's a car being totaled. I figured he was like, basically he got the April Fool's joke from his entrance music.
Like Triple H in that, like in that Hell in a Cell, that took 4 out of his life. Like Jesus, how many times do you have to get fucked up for you to say, "I just want a normal match"? Did Sting fuck him up in that hardcore match in TNA?
Was it Sting?
Or was it Angle? I know one of those two fucked him up.
They were.
Oh, wow. So it's for real? He really got in the car accident? Damn. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. He said he was all right, though. He said he's still walking. So that's good news.
That's kind of like what Brock did to Zach Gowen. That Brock ass.
Yeah, Mick Foley model. Yeah, Mick Foley said he was in a car accident. I thought it was an April Fool's joke, but if People Magazine's reporting it, then it can't be Cap.
That Brock ass whooping that Zach Gowen took.
You love mentioning that shit.
I'll tell you, I like it. I'm going to watch it tonight.
They're never duplicated again, though.
Huh?
Yo, Motto stupid. He said, damn, is the car all right?
Is the car all right? Wow.
Right. Oh, man. So let's switch gears real quick.
All right.
So, yeah, man. I seen Athena finally pulling up on Mercedes Mone, man.
I can't say forever anymore.
Moment.
You know, forever.
Yeah, you can't say that, boy. You about to retire it.
I'm retiring that shit.
The match is coming.
So you think they're gonna fight this weekend? You think they're gonna fight this weekend?
I don't know.
Like during the Owen Hart tournament, right? Are they both in it?
Yeah, they're both in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard this Owen's gonna be. Yeah, I heard this Owen's gonna be super duper stacked.
Like I don't think any champion should be in the Owen Hart, like in the Owen Hart tournament.
I think so too, Black. So I'm not gonna hold you up. I don't think no champion should be there. Maybe to some benefits of the doubt. Maybe when it comes to some champions, but you know what I'm saying. But I guess we'll see what happens. It does build intrigue
because it kind of like telegraphs the ending, so to speak.
We got the joke, model. We got the joke.
Because Athena is the forever AEW Women's Champion, or no, ROH Women's Champion.
Yes, yeah. Speaking in existence. Yeah, speaking in existence. She'll get there. You want to pull up, King Lee? You can pull up, my guy. I'm gonna drop the link again. You can pull up if you want. Y'all know the vibes. Come to the table. Come break bread with us. Yeah, you see me wilding with my dude, Teddy Bogard, right? You have to be faster, Teddy. I'm a little rusty though. I ain't played Part 6 in months, so I was a little rusty.
Yeah, but real quick, Sandman, is like a Street of Rage still on the PSN network or no?
Yeah, it's on the PS4, PS5. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I was saying it last night. I was saying like if you got the PS Plus, I think it's free now. I could be mistaken, but if it's not free, it's not gonna cost much. A few dollars. Maybe like $20.
Like a PSN account? Not a PSN account, but a PS Plus account.
You breaking up a little. You glitching up a little bit. Say that again.
Well, I said that I want to get like the PS Plus account so I can like download.
Yeah, like if you have the PS Plus account, I think it might be included. You know what I'm saying? So you can download it for free. Either that, it won't. I doubt it'll be much money.
Oh, okay.
Why, man, King Leo? Like you was backstage and then I don't know what happened. You just left. But when you're ready, the link is right there. Hit the link when you get the chance.
No game I was playing the other day.
What's up?
I was playing WCW versus NWO Revenge.
Oh man, that's my shit. I ain't played that shit in years though.
Now tell me why when you pick Sting automatically has a bat.
Oh yeah, he does, right?
Yeah.
Where you get it from underneath the ring. Man. See, like these dudes try to follow that same formula. The AEW game. Like the AEW game is cool at first. It's okay. But after a while, it just gets, I don't know. It's missing something. I don't know what it is. Because I can't sit there and say, oh, the game is completely trash. Like motherfuckers sit there and say, oh, that game is mad trash. It's not trash. But it's definitely mid. Mid at
missing
best.
a Tony Khan crack mode.
Right? Like I like this one feature it has. It has this one feature where I think it was part of the DLCs where you could be on the Jera cruise. I like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo.
King Leo from No Dirt Sheets. What's going on, King Leo?
What's good, man? How y'all doing?
What up, King Leo?
Can't complain.
Yeah, I saw you off the Street Fighter, bro. Like I wanted to play last night. I was like, oh, I got it on Xbox though, so I got to figure this out. And it's on all the systems. It's open, right?
Cross branding. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you get cross brand. I'm not too sure about that.
But real quick, can I ask you guys a question?
What's up? You still there, right, TKO?
Yeah, I was just looking at this picture of Mick Foley. Dude,
okay,
how the hell is this? How the hell is this dude upright, but that car is completely totaled?
That's what Motto was saying. Is the car right?
No, Motto. The car
Mick
is
Foley
not
look like he's in tip-top shape. The car looks way more fucked up than Mick Foley.
Exactly. Like, this dude, Mick Foley's got infinite lives, like Thanos. What the fuck?
He doesn't have.
I'm glad.
Like he does that.
I'm glad he's okay, but good lord.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course.
Like he doesn't have 7. He has 30.
What were you just gonna say, Black Soul? What was the question you was gonna ask?
No, but all you guys have a PS5, right?
Yeah,
Sirski.
Like, do you guys mind if because like I downloaded a Twitch on my PS5,
mm-hmm.
and like I wanted to to get like a Twitch account, and I was wondering if you guys like want to like join me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
in like a gaming session.
Yeah,
I've been told you that. I was waiting on you. Like you say, you want to, do like gaming for like a charity and shit.
Yeah. Like I still want to do that, but I'm just wondering, like, do you guys want to do it?
Yeah, nigga. I said, yeah.
I'm with it. Yeah, I play all the time. Shit.
Yeah, you did.
Like,
I seen you was having them matches too. King Leo, that like you had, who was it? Randy Orton against this dude. What's my dude name? Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
And
what?
In Lucha Underground, you had him in Lucha Underground too, right?
Man, that match was crazy. Mr. Holidays off the booking some wild. We booked that shit crazy yesterday, man. Oh my god, that's fun. But I'm down for any game. I know, Sandman, you've been trying to play what's that shit? GTA 5. I done brushed up on my skills, so I'm good. I went to go check on what's the name? My DeLorean, so it's straight. My cars and my buildings and all that is good. So I'm ready.
Yeah, let me know. Be like, shit. Me and my lady, we be going around delivering like the weed, the meth, the cocaine,
all that.
There's all the video game federales, all the video games. So don't get no ideas. It's Grand Theft Auto video game. It's not real life.
What did he want to? What you want to play? Black Star.
2K25 and
oh yeah.
Do you guys have FIFA or no? Anybody has FIFA?
No, I don't know. I actually do want to play that shit though. Like I did want to play some different sports games.
Like, does anybody have do any of you guys have Fight Forever?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you got it. TKO, do you have Fight Forever or no? Can you hear me, TKO?
I think TKO stepped away.
Like, I know Toph doesn't have any wrestling games.
Well, we got Toph. Yeah, we got Toph in the building. Toph said, "Fuck those wrestling games." It was good, Toph.
Like, what about that Dragon Ball Z game? Does everybody have that?
Which one? The
Sparkling Zero?
Yeah, I bought.
Yeah, the newest one.
Yeah,
I didn't get that yet.
I bought the.
Yeah, I have that one. For it. I never played it though, but I have it.
Like, because I'm trying to have like a true like gaming session. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me know. Let us know when you're ready. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got King Leo on Facebook too, right?
Yeah. I have it.
Yeah, just
I have King Leo on Facebook and I have him on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm with it, man. I play all the time. Shit, I wish people played shit that I play because I play everything, bro, from RPGs to that. I've been wanting to play Monster Hunter just to stream it for y'all, but I don't know how many people gonna tap into the Monster Hunter. I know everybody will come for the wrestling, but
I got that too. I got Monster Hunter also.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, but I don't play it. I don't know what be going on in that shit.
Oh, so you gotta. So is this your first time playing Monster Hunter?
Yeah, like I played it like a little bit. Like I went customized my cat, whatever the fuck that is, a cat.
Palico,
Say what?
Yeah, it's like you get like an animal and shit to roll with you. Yeah. I named it after the late great Smokey, my little baby Smokey. I miss Smokey. I named him Smokey.
Yeah. And
after that, I went to go eat because you gonna eat and shit, and that was it. I was like, you know what? I don't feel like playing this anymore.
Yeah, the game is it's in layers, man. It took me about my boys that really play RPGs took them man, it took us a long time to learn everything in the last one. Like I finished damn near everything that last one had, Monster Hunter World. So this one right here is a little bit easier to me. So, but to show you how to play like the basics, if you want to learn it, that shit it'll get you.
Definitely. Yeah. With Toph, what it do though? Hold on, let's see what's up with Toph. What's going on, my guy?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the Switch 2 reveal tomorrow. See what kind of fuckery they got.
Yeah,
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on E3.
E3's dead, bro.
I haven't been watching that shit in years. I don't know.
E3 died.
They've been dead, man.
Shit.
How long it died?
They died after
2020. It died.
Yeah, PlayStation bought
it. They were already dying because every company, well, not every company, most company figured out, let's just do our own thing. As Miles Morales would say, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. That's what happened, basically. And
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, fun fact though, when the COVID pandemic first started, they were like the first major event to shut down, and that killed them for good, basically. Yeah. So, but yeah, they're going to be doing the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal tomorrow. It's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. I hate that they do this shit so early in the morning, man. Fuck, but yeah.
Watch the reveal price be like $500.
That's not really bad because the fuck I paid like what over a rack for my PS5.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, because I had got the two controls and I had got what else I got?
Yeah,
I got two controls, external hard drive. It came with Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Or was it Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 6? One of them fucking Far Cry. I didn't even play that shit yet either.
That was because that was 2020. That was the Everybody Must Die.
I got lucky and got one on day one. Like when they released it, we was refreshing that damn screen for 2 hours straight before we finally got one. I wasn't getting hit.
Exit only, right, Ballet? You a man? Ludwig Morgan.
Oh.
Yo, but how about GoldenEye for Halloween? We should all play GoldenEye. Fuck it.
What, the remake?
Yeah.
So I know they had a remake, right?
Yeah, nobody can use.
Yeah, the remake for the Switch.
I still got my Switch somewhere around. I gotta look for that shit.
Oh yeah, my OLED is right there. I had the Deuce by then.
I still play my Switch. I'm not even.
I do want to start playing that shit. I just be having so much fucking games, man. Like that's the thing. So I don't mind like building a gaming community with you guys because for the most part it just be me playing games. Like the only game me and my lady play is Grand Theft. Other than that, I'll be playing the game by myself.
Yeah.
Like we have enough people to have our own games.
Yeah, like I don't mind building a gaming community with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a few other people too. We got an Instagram. That shit be going up when we play Final Fantasy 14 and shit like that. Like I do it.
That's a new one that came out, right?
Nah, that was 16, the last one. We playing 14. This shit came out years like on a PlayStation 3, I think 14 dropped on, and then it just kept evolving over since then. But it's still lit though.
Like now it's for the PS1, right? Like Final Fantasy 9, like that was for the PS1, right?
Now that's a PS2.
No, 9 was PS1, and then 10 was PS2. That was the first one on PS2.
Okay.
Okay, so 7 was the one for PS1. Okay.
7, 8, and 9.
They be playing me, Ballet. Like you gotta understand my gripe. Like, yo, that bitch Kimberly, yo, she trying to embarrass me last night.
That chick looks like she's 16.
Right, I'm like this little fucking bitch.
Kimberly is dope.
She was wild, and I had to humble her ass in the second match, though.
Like as soon as I saw her, I was like, "What the 16-year-old doing?"
T-Hawk daughter, even she looks younger, and she'll beat your ass with them sticks.
Yeah, is that really T-Hawk's daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, why did I know that?
Why is it always the teenagers in games that always do the most? Like, that's wild.
Because they got speed on their side. That's why they be all over the place.
That little 4-year-old, or no, that little 5-year-old in Mortal Kombat 10, I believe.
Oh, you talking about the one that's with the giant? What's his name? Sarah and I forgot their name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. Let me ask Tove. So Tove, we got a number of topics here. We got Cena finally doing something against. Cody finally do something against Cena. We got Booker T looking crazy out here.
What happened with the Booker thing? You mentioned that earlier, but I don't know the context.
Yeah, like basically,
Basically,
like,
he's a company man.
yeah.
When
Like,
Swerve was talking about injustice for black talent, Booker T basically was the company man and saying he's alive.
Long story short, he's Samuel Jackson from Django.
yeah, I get more in depth. I get more in depth
Yeah.
at the top of the show. Like at the top, I get more in depth. Like I played some audio from his Hall of Fame podcast, and I did a reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? To get more in depth of what because basically this dude Swerve said that he brought up the whole my nigga segment when this dude Vince called Cena my nigga, and
Right.
he was saying that you wasn't treated fairly judging from that segment, and I'm not saying that. This is what your audience is saying. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying what we were saying, and it's no cap. That's what we were all saying about that segment. And instead of him being mad at the situation or being mad at Vince, whatever, he was mad at Swerve for calling that shit out. And it's like, huh? And then had the nerve to sit there and say, oh, he always been treated fairly in WWE for the 20 years he's been in WWE. He was always treated fairly. What?
Well, yeah, basically Booker T's got the he's got the same shit Seth Rollins got going on. You know, I talked about it here on the roundtable. I truly believe that Vince was trying to bury Booker T. You know, his booking was not good at all. It's just Booker was just so good that whatever they gave him, he made it work.
It always
got
landed.
over in spite of Vince. I don't believe Vince ever had any serious plans on ever pushing Booker, but the fans loved him, and so Vince was pushed to do it. And so, in Booker's state of mind, because he made everything work, he really thinks that he got an equal opportunity. But at the same time, it's like, well, Booker, you're one of the lucky ones. Just because you got over, it doesn't mean it worked for every other black talent, because it didn't. You know, just because you got the Goldust shit over, just because you got the King Booker shit over, that doesn't mean every other black talent was able to get their stuff over. Like the Shelton Benjamin having the Yo Mama thing, that was fucking stupid. That killed him. You know?
Yeah, he got Thea Vidal,
yeah.
like Thea, because she's an actual actress, and it's like
Right,
so
right,
random
right.
that they got Thea
So this
Vidal.
yeah, so that's a case of like both sides can be true, you know, because Swerve is right, you know. So just like Seth Rollins got all like up in his feelings in 2019 when AEW started and the tide was turning, and Seth just couldn't take it because he's like, oh, how can people be talking bad about this company that did everything good for me? And it's like, Seth, just because everything worked for you doesn't mean it didn't work for everybody else. Like you're one of the lucky ones. So Booker's got that syndrome. So, but yeah, I don't disagree with Swerve at all. And like I always will say, Stephanie is an ally of the culture. Sean is an ally of the culture. Triple H, no. Vince, no. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I would say Vince is more adapted to the culture than Triple H. To be fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Is it though?
Both of them niggas. You know, I'm like both of them. I really want to say like both of them niggas can kiss my ass.
Go ahead,
keep it a bean.
man. Come on now, talk your shit.
Fuck both of them
Talk
niggas, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. Look, Swerve was talking like that. I like Swerve. I'm separating the talent from the shit they be talking. First of all, you on DJ Vlad. I didn't agree with that shit because we all know how Vlad is, right? Secondly, Swerve can be right. Two things can be right at the same time, but let's not act like he ain't had that shit where he on that song about the black women. I would never do no shit like that. And number two, I'm not gonna act like, yo, bro, don't be out here saying some other reckless shit. And he don't want to be on the blacklist. He wanted to separate himself from the black talent, but you always pick great times to be black when it's convenient. So I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? And
really?
Yeah,
type of time he be on. Like I figured he always professed his blackness.
Go on. If you look on Twitter, I promise you, it's more people that don't like it and are happy that he got a receipt from Booker T than the other way around. He doesn't always do it. He does it at convenience because he doesn't want to be on when they ask like where was
he's basically like Dwayne. That's what he's basically saying.
Yeah, like it's just like he wants wrestling to be defined not by his race as opposed to how we celebrate them. So he separates it. So he picks and chooses when he wants to do this shit in front of an audience. So I don't really fuck with that. But I do fuck with Swerve as a wrestler. Now Booker T on the other end at the same time, like I don't fuck with none of that shit that he said because he let that shit get away from him. It's like two people that do the same shit to me that like are in just different age brackets and work for different companies, and they both throwing mudslinging, and that shit is stupid to me. So it's like fuck both of them niggas to me, really.
Like they basically, basically two of the same person. While Vlad is saying, we don't want no niggas over there.
I don't know how Vlad still has a platform, but still.
Because black people keep giving them attention.
Yeah. Okay, now Kanye, I can't believe I'm saying this. Kanye's fucking crazy, but when he went on his little rant a couple of years ago, y'all know which one? Yeah, Vlad is what he was talking about. That's one of the few times Kanye was right.
He was talking about Vlad?
That's one of the few. No, I mean he wasn't talking about Vlad specifically, but he was just talking again. I don't want to get Sandman in trouble, but you know, Kanye says a lot of crazy shit. But you know,
don't say
a couple years back, you know, he was going on a rant about a certain demographic of people that take advantage of the culture. Like, yeah, Vlad is one of those people. So, yeah, at this point in time, I don't see how you cannot know what the deal is. I mean, I hope they get paid going on there, but because you already know what time it is.
They get paid.
I remember like the one where he lost me because I tried to give Vlad the benefit of the doubt. The one where he lost me, there's like I'm sure you guys at some point, if you use YouTube enough, I'm almost certain it's popped up in your feed. One time he interviewed Michael J. White. Like Michael J. White's like one of the most like underrated actors ever. Dude is like in phenomenal shape. He could have been like a much bigger mainstream star, but he's just not about that Hollywood bullshit, you know? So he just does like smaller roles. He had Michael J. White on there, and they're talking about like, you know, staying in shape and, you know, Black Dynamite, just like really cool topics. And I was like, all right, cool. And then like the last question he asked him was, hey, what would you have done if Will Smith slapped you? And I'm like, oh my God, really?
Where did that come from?
That
fucking question is so out of like left field, like a motherfucker. What?
Yeah. He just had to get that one clickbait, and after he asked him that, I was like, okay, yeah, I see what kind of time this dude's on.
What did Michael John White say though? What did he say? How did he answer?
I have no idea. I closed the interview after that, but it pops up in my feed all the time. It's got like 4.5 million views or something because he knew a question like that would get like clicks. That's what he's about. He's just trying to get that out of pocket. You know, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about.
No, he doesn't. No, he
the
doesn't.
Culture, you know. So I would think
it's all about
smart enough to know that. So I don't agree with Swerve going on there. I mean, I agree with the message he's saying, but like maybe pick a better what's the word I'm looking for? Pick a better location, I guess, to give the message because this dude Vlad, he doesn't give a fuck about the culture.
You have a better
platform. Thank you.
Messenger.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
Uplift your company without man. Both of them niggas. I'm tired of both of them. Both of that. I'm tired of all that shit online. Like even they just arguing back and forth. It's fun sometimes, but like to see them mudsling and shit. But fuck all of that. Like
I don't think it's that serious though. I don't think they
really
mudslinging like that. I don't think it's that deep. I think this dude Booker is making it more deep than it has to be. Pause. That's my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. And I think that Booker started turning it into a promo at some point. And to me, it started feeling fake.
Yeah, you heard that shit, right? Right.
Yeah.
Like he was shooting a promo.
Like right before he went to commercial break and shit. That's why I was like, man, fuck you, man. I ain't trying to hear
Booker's at that point now. He's at that point now, like he's almost kind of like The Rock almost, where he's like he's more of a person than The Rock is, but like The Rock, he's more of a brand at this point. Like that WWE is like just firmly ingrained in his system now. So, you know, he's gonna be defending them most of the time. You know, to his credit though, he kept his school because I know for a fact that was something they told him they wanted him to shut down his school, so he could just yeah. A lot of times they want you to just shut down your school so they can just make everything integrated and part of the program. And Booker was like, nah, I want to keep doing my thing. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. And so he's doing that still. I know he's still got his school up. Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze, like they still got their school up. Seth still got his school. But yeah, that's something that they do. They love to get people to shut down their stuff. It's like
so no wonder they created WWEID. No wonder they did that.
Right.
Yeah, but
speaking of that, you were mentioning that last week, Black Star. I want to cook on that. I don't believe WWE is going to buy TNA because at this point in time, there's no incentive to. because they already got the
You don't think so?
LFG. They already got NXT. They already got their own developmental. Like if they bought TNA,
Or they got Evolve. I forgot about that.
If they bought TNA at this point in time, TNA would be like what developmental brand? Like what 5? Like they don't need it.
They would
right
just
now.
be a library.
Oh, let's really be real.
Just be a
WWE
library.
is not above something like that. You know, WWE is greedy. They don't care. And I also say this. Like, I think the main reason why they would want to buy TNA is because of their library.
Of course, right.
And then just buy the library. They don't need to buy the company itself, because honestly, they really outside of Moose and possibly Joe Hendry, they really much stock. I mean, they already took Jordan Grace. So like,
the best thing they got right now, I'll give WWE their flowers. The best thing the company's doing, you guys have seen it. I don't know who's making these decisions, but on YouTube they got this channel called The Vault, where they just upload like just random stuff, like in full detail, full quality. There's a WWE Vault. They just recently debuted an NXT Vault a couple of weeks ago. There was a WCW Vault. Like and they upload like on a regular basis, like good content. They upload like full pay-per-views, full matches.
Yeah,
the one that surprised me was like 2 months ago, they uploaded the entire Mike Awesome Tanaka match from One Night Stand. Like they aired all of it, like all the chair shots.
Or the one with
yeah, the only part of the match they edited out was the obvious Joey Styles. You know, it's a shame he didn't take his own. Like they edited that out, obviously. But like the rest of the match was there, like in full quality. So, whoever is in charge of that, like, good on them. Like that's really cool. If they bought TNA, they would definitely make a TNA Vault channel. They had 100%. They would. So I wouldn't mind that. But yeah,
this is why they got rid of the network. To me, is for that reason, you know what I mean? Like, what you need the network for, if you can, you know what I mean, remonetize all of that stuff with people watching, they throwing super chats at it, they making all of that money all over again, bro. Like, that shit is crazy.
That's why they gotta keep Peacock. They gotta keep Peacock. Because like, if you're trying to go on to Netflix,
no, you're rebotting, as Sandman would say, rebotting.
No, that's why you gotta keep Peacock, because it's such a mistake for you to go to Netflix and have like the entire library be on it. No, don't do that. International on Netflix, I understand that. For a fact, I welcome that. But Peacock is such an ally to you. Might as well say.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit of it came through. But you were saying that Peacock is an ally, right? Oh, okay, he left. I guess he's gonna come back.
oh man,
Okay, just making sure.
yeah, I'm here.
Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't gonna tell Black Saw he breaking up.
I did. I said he was robotic.
I was trying to say this shit, but I was on mute for some reason. I muted my shit.
Yeah.
All right. He left and came back. Hold on.
All right.
Kamala's Ninjas guy.
Kamala's Ninjas?
Yeah, Kamala's Ninjas.
What's tonight's Dark Side episode? Is it
Ludwig Borger?
Okay, nice.
Ludwig.
Baby Lesnar.
AKA the racist, homophobic Nazi supporter.
Shit.
And the extreme homophobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw the glitch up.
Oh, shout outs to TKO for posting. Mariah May has a vlog now. Not an April Fool's joke, by the way. Gotta be careful.
Say what?
Yeah, Mariah May does vlogs now with Harley Cameron.
And we find a new tag team in the works, low key.
Shit, Hardy
They're
Cameron
both,
getting her shit in.
they're both entertaining as fuck, so why not?
Oh hell yeah, Motto. We definitely the ECW vault. I'm here for that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's definitely coming. Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, whoever's in charge of those vault channels, like big ups to them. Great concept, and they post all the time. As a matter of fact, let me check to see if it's live right. Yeah, because they're always live. They're always posting shit. So great
yeah.
extensive library.
It's
Said we
coming.
need
Like what
that
I was
hard
saying was
body
that we
Harrison
need
Dark Side episode. That
Yo.
name sounds crazy.
Yo,
Well,
crazy
whoa.
story, man. Yo, crazy story. Crazy story, man. I used to see that dude down here back in the 2000s. He used to come to the GameStop down here all the time. He was a chill ass dude too. I was shocked.
Where is
when
he
I heard
from? I never heard of him before.
He
He's
was
from
a
Atlanta.
jobber. Yeah, he was an enhancement talent for WCW. He was never on the big shows like Nitro or Thunder. He was on the C shows like Worldwide, Pro. He was that kind of dude. He was just a regular jobber, you know.
Yo, that's
And
what they need to do. They need to upload them worldwide. I used to love Worldwide. I don't care what nobody
right,
said. Worldwide was like a guilty pleasure to me.
They
yeah,
WWE got all that shit. They gonna upload it slowly but surely. Start giving you the Smoky Mountain shit and all that.
it's kind of dark. So basically, he was a power plant enhancement talent guy. And then after WCW closed, he had a wrestling school. Honestly, just a couple of miles really from where I'm at. And the long story short was he the wrestling school was I'm trying to be respectful, but I can't dance around it. He was a pimp, basically. Wrestling school was a front. Wrestling school was a front. He was pimping them girls out basically, and then they got out and they fucking turned them in, and he got like
So
serious jail
basically,
time too.
so
Oh, word?
Like he
basically,
made him,
He's still in the pen?
so
Yeah,
basically, it was like
like
it
he
was
made
like
him,
a
like he made him
it was
clean
like
their,
a fabulous moolah situation, basically.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what it
like
sounds
he
like
made
to
him,
me. Yeah.
like he made him clean his house or some shit like that. Like screw
Mhm.
random dudes.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, fucking fabulous moolah 2.0 right there. Jesus.
How long will Ricky Saints keep that title? Good question.
let me send it. Let me see what his sentence was.
We all know Ethan
Oh,
Page ain't beating him.
Like I think,
oh wow. Holy shit. This is just some Illuminati. I'm sorry. So his sentence, believe it or not, wow, this is crazy. He
What
was
happened?
charged on April 1st, 2008. Today's April 1st, 2025. He got a
Oh,
life sentence. I didn't know he had
Wow.
life.
Hey, yo, from pimping girls? Damn. He had to do something else.
yeah, he had to be.
There had
I
to
mean,
be
let me-
been something else he had going on.
Okay, hold on. Let me
And he
wow,
had
the
to be
FBI
full
got
court.
involved.
He had to be
Okay,
full
this is
court pressing.
If the FBI got involved, there's definitely more to it.
Yeah, because they handing out no less than 15 to 20 years.
They're saying he had at least 8 slaves.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
that's crazy.
Enslavement, servitude. Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, Ballet said he got life. You know, Ballet, she stayed with the homework on deck.
Oh, the next Dark Side of the Ring episode is Vader.
It's time. It's time. It's Vader time.
I'm a fat piece of shit.
That's funny.
We're gonna talk about Vader next week. That's cool.
So yeah, man, you already know what time it is, TKO. Come on with it. What's going on Dynamite Mañana?
Well, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Well,
Tell him, Hawk.
Will Ospreay is coming back tomorrow.
When do you leave?
Nah, I mean he's gonna show face. I don't know if he's gonna be in a match, but we'll see.
Yeah, you can cut a promo. He don't need to do a match. Cut a promo. You know, give us some direction because he's gonna be in the 0-2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us some direction. What he got going on?
Speaking of the Owen, they're gonna announce the brackets tomorrow as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna announce the brackets for both men and women. So whoever's gonna be in it, and considering who they announced already, it's gonna be pretty heavy.
Damn, so they don't got the tournament tree up yet.
They're gonna have it tomorrow.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
I was gonna pull up. I'll just pull it up on Friday then, if that's the case.
Yeah. Or if they post it up, I might just repost it. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'll work.
Wait, tomorrow is the go home to Dynasty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dynasty is Sunday.
Alrighty.
What else they got going on Dynamite? Like, where the hell Black Star go?
He'll be back. He probably was still glitching.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. They also got Edge versus Claudio tomorrow.
Oh, that should be a good. Did they fight in WWE before?
No.
You know what's crazy? They didn't. That's
fresh match,
which is wild to me.
Right. I could have
apparently.
I figured they'd have wrestled like once.
Yeah, apparently Mercedes and Athena, they never wrestled in WWE either. I could have sworn they did, but nope.
They didn't.
No, they had
I know for a fact they did. I know for a fact they didn't. They just kept for whatever reason, they just kept missing each other. And every day and they were on the same brand. I'm like, hello, you could have both these guys. How are these two not fighting each other for a title?
Vince, that's why.
Oh,
Vince.
Right.
That Doom got me.
Yeah, man. And ninjas keep snatching you up, man. How many ninjas you got, coming,
I got
coming
Dungeon
to
Doom
the pack you up?
all 19 of those all 19 of those motherfuckers.
Man. What you was gonna say, King Leo? Go ahead.
I thought they had like a four-way or something, right? I could have sworn I saw that. It says their relationship. Banks and Moon had a rivalry in WWE, with Banks winning the women's world championship in a match that Moon wasn't a fan of.
Athena wasn't in there. I think you're talking about the Four Horsewomen four-way.
Wasn't she in a feud with Asuka, I believe?
Yeah.
Who?
She never did beat Asuka, though.
Yeah, NXT, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she had beef with Shayna Baszler too. That was a good match. Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler. That was another good match.
Yeah.
Oh, that was when Shayna separated her shoulder and then she rammed her shoulder onto the turnbuckle.
Yeah, not only that, she wrapped her shoulder around the guardrail outside the ring and put her in the armbar.
Yeah, that was the last known time Shayna Baszler was truly a killer.
Right.
Good lord, they destroyed.
Yeah, man. NXT Shayna Baszler, man,
was untouchable. I'm like, good, like the downgrade they did with her is crazy. Like, this woman used to be feared.
That's Shayna's fault, though. Shayna kept on accepting bullshit.
What is she doing in Bloodsport, though? Is she doing anything in Bloodsport? Didn't she pull up over there like a couple of times?
She's back to being a killer in Bloodsport.
Yeah. What upset me was like when they introduced the women's Intercontinental title, and I was like, all right, you don't want Shayna to be the world champion, fair enough, but like you can at least be Intercontinental champion. They fucking dropped her in the opening round. I'm like, what? You can't have her you drop her in the opening round? Like,
yeah, and Lyra Valkyria is doing fuck all with that belt. She's not doing a damn thing. What you doing is going around like a fucking bird, like she's retarded or some shit.
What happened to that boy?
Right. Study and Patty Cake, the worldwide pushes.
And you knew they weren't gonna. You knew these mid-card titles for the women weren't gonna mean shit. Like, it was just something that the internet and just wanted women to have.
They don't care.
Lyra versus Bailey. Lyra versus Bailey.
Hold on, Black Star. Give me 1 second. I was going to say something real quick. I actually thought they was gonna do something with all right, like when he came out with the Intercontinental belt first. I'm like, yeah, that's something good because you need like a woman that's a workhorse. You know what I mean? They give something for them to strive for. But when it came out the U.S. Championship, I'm like, why? The tournament wasn't even over yet for the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah, they could have waited.
I thought the tournaments themselves were actually built well. Like they had the right people in it, and they had the right people win it. So I give them credit for the tournament. They were
To
good.
me, the death knell was Lyra won, and then like okay, she won the title. Yay,
And then they took her off TV after.
Right, and then literally her first match after winning the title was a qualifier against Bayley, and she lost. And I was like, you couldn't find anybody else for Bayley to beat. Did you have to have the champ? Like literally, she just won this new title, and she loses the very next match. Like that just tells you immediately they don't care about these new titles at all.
Hold on, let Blackstar say what he had to say. Then let's go back to the Dynamite card after what Blackstar had to say. Go ahead, Blackstar.
I didn't mean myself, but Lyra versus Bayley, that match is going to be good.
They're not doing that match.
Yes, they are. They're doing it for the title on Raw next week.
Yeah, but it's gonna get a fuck finish. So
yeah, that's gonna be a WrestleMania match. They put Lyra on WrestleMania. We all know that.
Yeah, that's another thing too. That's another thing, like that, because I mentioned before, like you can just tell that there's no plan for the undercard. Like what happened to the Bayley Roxy thing? That just got dropped cold.
Yeah,
they were doing that for like 2-3 weeks, and they just dropped that cold. No mention or anything.
Yep, yeah.
I thought they brought her to the main roster, but she's still on NXT.
Yeah, that's another weird thing too. I thought she was done with NXT.
Yeah,
well, she lost. She lost in the tournament tonight, so maybe she goes up and
I'll say this too, and I'll continue to say
what tournament? Wait, hold on. What tournament's going on at NXT?
Rock. Stephanie Vaquer just surrendered the North American title, so now they're doing a tournament.
Oh, come on.
You get a tournament. You get a tournament. We all get tournaments.
Oh man,
that's what we call the warrior rule in WWE. You can't be a world champ and a mid card champ. They don't like that.
Why the hell would you put both belts on this woman?
Don't ask, bro. Don't ask.
Oh my god!
and again, I've always been fair. When Joe dropped the ROH, I think the ROH TV title, right?
Yeah,
it was a ring. Yeah, it was.
I complained about
that
too.
Like when he did that, I'm surprised when Joe did that. I'm surprised so many like TNA fans like didn't get it. That was low key AEW using Option C. That's what that was. He was like, "Yo, I'm giving up this title to challenge for a world title," and that's what happened, and he won it. That was Option C. That was basically an unofficial option.
He should have kept both and whooped ass on both brands. What the fuck?
Shit, the motherfuckers don't show up enough over there either, man. That's what the problem is. Why we be mad at Ring of Honor when we watch it, because the champions hardly show up. The only ones that do is Lee Moriarty, Tiger Style. We got Athena show up, and Commander he won't miss a chance to show up on Ring of Honor. So
I see Athena has.
Bless you and Tachi. I don't know how y'all can watch that shit. Like y'all doing God's work watching that shit.
Man, it'd be good talent coming through. I watch Evolve. Like shit, I'm watching. Tonight. I was telling them tonight. Oh, them dudes. It's a dude's named Swipe Right. Them young.
I like Swipe Right. I actually like that. Yeah, they got potential.
Yeah, they look like the the Mean Street Posse a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little more polished and shit.
Yeah, a little more edge to them. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Hey man, shit, man. It's Tati, bro. I started watching all that shit and fucking New Japan and all that shit. I'm all interested in everything now. I can't wait to go to Vegas.
Yeah, shouts go out to Tati, B. I might pull up over there tomorrow for Dynamite. So stay tuned for that, y'all.
Like, oh yeah, New Japan's coming to Ontario. I'm gonna catch that shit.
Yes. Well, they have a dojo out here.
I think in May, I believe.
You know the dojo's out here, right? They have a dojo out in Cali, in like I think it's in like Carson or some shit.
Really?
It's not far from Long Beach. Yeah.
Okay.
So like even I heard like when I worked at Cameron's promotion, they were like it was guys over there that like the guys that worked at the ring. They said, well, New Japan doesn't like people like if you want to work, they hire people to come work at like ringside and stuff like that to but they just don't want you to work for any other like companies on the side, and they don't have very much work. So it's kind of like
what? How they don't have very much work, but they don't want you to work somewhere else? What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, that's what the dude was saying. That's what old boy was saying. He works for him. He said, they have events every blue moon, but it's like, they don't want you to work for any other promotions.
That's why the Elite did. That's why the Elite did what they did. New Japan is very conservative. Yep.
So like Lucha Underground type shit. But hold on, let's slow down. Let's let TKO get through the Dynamite card. Go ahead, continue on with the Dynamite card.
Well, they got Penelope Ford versus Toni Storm, and they got a tag team match: Marina and Mox versus Willow and Swerve.
She said she wanted to shove her esophagus down her throat, some shit like that, down Willow's throat?
I see you.
I'm like, yikes.
I see you. I just want to say this. I see you, Mercedes. That's definitely her influence. Y'all notice they're giving the woman more time on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
They've been kind of low key about it. I'm noticing this now. Like the past 2-3 weeks, they're having more women segments.
So over the past 2 weeks, the women have been the main event. They've been closing the show.
They're trying to get Megan Bain over. That's why.
Well, she is over. It's working.
I was thinking the other day, what if they pull a Brock and just have her win on Sunday? Wouldn't that be something?
Would that hurt? Would that hurt Toni Storm though? You think that would hurt her?
No.
Would it
hurt her at all?
Hell no. They giving her the Hogan treatment. Remember, Hogan used to get his ass whooped all the time, and then he had to win it back from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like Earthquake or whoever the fuck it was.
Hell no. Hogan was in champ for 3 years?
He did, but there was a period where shit like Earthquake or Yoko, somebody would come out of
Earthquake gave him some problems, but Earthquake never beat him for the belt.
Oh yeah, man.
That's good. And the only reason he lost to Yokozuna was because he was on his way to WCW.
Right.
Yoko should have crushed his fucking face.
Living tree vortex.
He did catch him with the leg drop. Remember, he caught him with that leg drop.
He beat him with Hogan's own moves.
Yeah, he did.
And he hit it better. And he hit it better than Hogan.
The bullshit is that I don't know why Hogan just couldn't lose clean. He had to have the whole fiasco with the camera blowing up in his face. Give me a break, Hogan. Damn.
To quote wrestling with regret, you beat me, but not really. Bullshit. That's Hogan.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yoko just couldn't win clean
5 times after that?
Yeah, so what?
Didn't Yoko drop him 5 times after that?
I think he caught him No, he only caught him with one leg drop, and then a bonsai drop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Hogan definitely.
So I thought it was more.
Nah, that would have been stupid.
All I know is Hogan's definitely the most insecure wrestler in professional wrestling history. Dude, when you're that over, it doesn't matter. It's not gonna hurt you, bro. Just take a pin. His ego could never take it. It was always bullshit. Whether it was WCW, WWF, and TNA, AWA, always bullshit. Always, you beat me, but not really. Just
the
greatest promo of all fucking time was when Virgil said that guy from the Orient, Yokozuna. I was like, oh fuck,
Yokozuna.
Yeah, did you guys read that statement? Brooke, Hogan's daughter, left. That was
how she worded that. She definitely took the classy way out when it comes to that situation. You know what I mean? She basically saying look, y'all was doing the most, y'all a toxic family, and I don't want my family getting involved with that fuck shit. I got my own thing going on. I've been quiet, but enough is enough. And I agree. Just like what TKO was saying. TKO was saying from afar, she seemed like the most logical person out that whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke is Shane.
And I noticed the mother was on the same type of time that Vicky was on when her daughter spoke out. Yeah.
Weirdo behavior.
Brooke is there. Shane.
oh, you used to get drunk, and you got so drunk you broke my collarbone. Like, how does 1 and 2 correlate with each other? How she gets drunk, then like how did that even happen? Did it really happen? Or are you lying? Because how out of nowhere she got drunk and then broke your collarbone? Like, how did that happen?
That's wild.
And saying, oh, she wanted people to rush her to the hospital because she thought she was poisoned. No, you wasn't poisoned. You was drunk. This is what Linda was saying.
Yeah, and then wasn't Hogan trolling and shit, like watching that shit, laughing and
that shit was funny. I ain't gonna lie, I laughed at that one. That was pretty funny. But it's all Hogan's fault. Let's really be real. Hogan made that family like that. These motherfuckers ain't work hard for anything in their whole fucking life. Nothing. Only person that'll say that worked hard for something is Brooke. Like being in the music industry, yeah, she said that she had to wait tables to stack up bread to eventually get her own business, and she didn't need Hogan for anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Cool. But Hogan did that shit to that family, but they never, especially Nick punk ass.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you spoil your families.
Nick stays fucking up.
And there, she's like, the only person that talks to me is my sweet boy Nick.
Yeah, that motherfucker ain't sweet.
What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's such a nice boy. Cap. That motherfucker put his best friend in a vegetative state and wanted to make money off that shit.
Man.
Thank God he's still alive.
Yeah.
Get from God. Wait.
Like that poor family still going through that shit to this day. They still going through that shit. Going to go see him and that is so like, man, that is just so fucking sad. No, the first thing he thought of was making money.
And it's unfortunate too because now.
Nah, I didn't hear yet, Motto. I'm gonna listen to that shit maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna listen to that shit.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they're putting matches in the Hall of Fame now, and it's just so obvious that if Hogan wasn't such a fuck up, the first obvious match would be Hogan and Andre. But for obvious reasons, this dude is fucking toxic.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Like, yeah, they're not putting Hogan. I don't know about everybody else, but like everyone's speed is different. Whenever I watch any kind of WWE thing, they have Hogan like during the commercials now. They don't have him during the live feed now. Like they leveled up. They smartened up. They know now. Like this dude is not going to be mentioned anytime soon for the foreseeable future. Like this shit's not going to go away. So.
And plus, he keeps piling on the fuckery, so he's not making his case any better. Fuck him.
They pulled his WrestleMania suite where if you go, kick it with Hogan and shit, they pulled that. It wasn't selling no fucking tickets. So congratulations on doing that.
Oh well. But he did that shit to that family, B. He did that shit.
You'll spend the week with Hulk Hogan. Boo.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, what's gonna call it? Like, what I was gonna say now. Like, for instance, like when Linda had posted that video with her, crashing out, whatever the case may be. And I had put in the comments saying that, she broke. And people was like, oh, she not broke. She got millions and millions. I'm like, yeah, she may have millions, but when it comes to like her peers and shit like that, she's broke. Because, yeah, she may have like a little but you got to think of her daily spending habits.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, she hasn't had a problem about anything all this time. What's been like, 10 years, a whole decade? She never really had no issues. She never came out and said anything. She never complained about nothing. She complaining now because her money running dry. She might have a few mil.
Yeah.
I think she married one of Nick's friends. And then that's
they almost got married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stupid, Mr. Otis.
Which means that if they had got married, right? And then the guy that she almost married, Nick's friend, was like 2 years older than Brooke. Fucking weird.
I don't know, bro. That's what they do.
Crash it down and it hurts.
Bro. That's what they do. That's what these celebrities do. Every time one marriage doesn't work, they always try to marry somebody that looks like the same age as their kid. It's fucking
Yeah, like
weird.
all of his wives, all of
It's
Hogan's wives,
fucking
they had
weird.
that same blonde type.
Yeah.
Either they look like Linda or they look like his daughter. Either
Yeah,
Linda or Brooke.
Speaking of weirdos, man.
Women do that
Speaking
shit
of-
too. It's weird.
Yeah, man. Speaking of weirdos, man, I gave this shit a pass last week, but then I had thought about it over the week, and I'm like, yo, this shit doesn't make any sense. That fucking segment with Swerve and Mox where they were doing the promo, like Swerve, he carried his in, but then Mox was like, "Are you willing to make the sacrifice? Like, how far are you willing to go? Like, nigga, do you not watch the show? This dude stuck into Hangman's house. This dude had a fucking syringe put in his mouth. Like, he's way more violent than you are. Like, what the fuck?"
That's why this Death Rider shit has to get packed up ASAP. We're over
It's
it.
not until All In, not until Darby comes back from the dead.
Like, what's taking them so long? Climb the fucker already. What's taking them so long?
Now you got to train. They said they make you train for like.
Yeah, I know, but you've been training for like months though.
That's what they said it takes before you go and shit. Then you gotta go and it takes.
How long?
He ain't climbing that shit. He capped.
How long is the train?
Said he capping. He not climbing that.
He ain't climbing that shit.
Darby Allin got a death wish every day, man. I don't know why he's determined.
I'm telling you, Darby Allin tribute show in June.
He gonna come back with the Mr. Deeds foot. He gonna come back with the Mr. Deeds foot and be fucking super kicking people and shit.
They should give him a replica title so he holds it on the mountain, just so I know it's real.
Holy shit!
What? So we can die on YouTube?
Nah, but if he has a replica AEW title, holds it up on top of Mount Everest, I don't know.
Remember I was saying the same thing. I was like, yo, like if he was to do some shit like that, if he was to post the AEW championship on top of Mount Everest, I'll give him respect forever. He can never do no wrong.
I keep on saying that. You actually want AEW to live stream Darby's death.
Yeah,
I didn't say live stream it. I'm just saying.
I said it. That's what I said.
Darby would probably live stream it his damn self, as crazy as he is.
Shivani and shit. We're checking in on a Darby cam and
a Darby cam, right?
Now you know what? Now that I think about it, they should really do that. Where they should do that.
Remember when WWF did the Vader and Kuwait thing where he was kidnapped over there? Yeah, they should do that. They should do Darby and Everest, just random 2-minute vignettes every week of Darby doing stupid shit on Mount Everest. That'd be great. Yeah.
That show Survivor. I don't know if y'all know about that show Survivor, man. Have it a little bit like that. Instead, he's climbing Mount Everest, and he's going into caves and shit to rest, make fires, look for food, whatever.
Hell yeah! Why didn't I sell it at the Max? What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, Darby, can you hear us? He's frozen. Back to commercial break.
Oh man.
Cut the feed. Cut it.
I just turned my TV on. I know Sandman hates this movie. I turned my TV on. It's playing Belly with Nas and DMX.
Oh God.
Yeah, yo, this movie, Belly. The funniest thing about this movie is that the director told X, every scene, I need you to have that look of discontent, like you're getting ready for a job interview for a job you don't want. And he just captures that look perfectly.
I got a good joke. An old friend of mine from before, because you know me, I have a belly, I'm fat. He said, that movie's my documentary.
What the
Belly.
Oh my God.
See, I could joke on myself too. It's all good.
You let them hood movie.
That would be wild, right, Ballet? Hell yeah, I'm here for it. Let them live stream that shit, man.
You don't
it really about that life? Let's get it. It don't have to be on. It don't have to be on Dynamiters. It could be on his own. You know what I'm saying? On his own platform. He's on Twitch, whatever, X.
Man, turn that shit on YouTube and keep the channel rolling. Shit, I let the whole time.
No, I won't say that. I won't say 24 hours. Like, that would be crazy. But from time to time, yeah, go live.
Man, I have a guilty pleasure for like those late
What
90s.
if you posted the mountain?
I have a guilty pleasure for like those late 90s, early 2000s. I'm not really sure what you call them. I call them. They're not like legit hood movies. I don't know what you call them, but like stuff like Belly, State Property. Like I love those types of movies.
Oh man, State Property. I love both State Properties.
The independent, like it was like the second coming of what those like blaxploitation films.
Yeah, blaxploitation.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, it will be like blaxploitation. Yeah, but I won't say it was independent because didn't Dame Dash have a deal with New Line Cinema? I think he had a deal with New Line Cinema and shit, if I'm not mistaken.
They're interesting because like they're not like 100% hood movies, but they're not like 100% mafia movies either. They're like in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like the first Barbershop kind of had like that same vibe. It's always like winter for some reason. Because
that's a grittiness. Like that's what makes it all gritty. Like winter, it's cold. Like my heart.
It's like that October, November, and it's like the lighting is like a light blue for some. It just I don't know. It's a certain energy to it. I like it.
The ominous setting and shit.
And I think the main reason I like State Property is because that's like one of the few times documentation where we actually have like regular Kanye before he went fucking crazy. So just a part of me that just misses regular
before
Kanye.
He went fucking crazy. He was always crazy.
He wasn't even. He had like a very very small cameo in State Property. One I barely remember.
Yeah.
So State Property 2 is more of a comedy than the first one.
Yeah, I watched all of those. Yeah. My favorite was Thicker Than Water. Did you guys ever see that?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that shit was
Thicker Than Water was so goofy, but I liked it.
Man, that shit, the soundtrack was fire. Like I liked how they, it was East Coast and West Coast at the same time, so they made it a double seat. It was dope, man. How they Terror Squad and fucking Mac 10 and Who Bang did that shit together.
East Coast and West Coast, just like the track that we did. Remember that track? Delete.
Yeah, man.
That's on Juggernaut right now.
Yes.
East West Coast, B. Check that shit out on YouTube.
Let's talk about how Drake took a year to respond to Kendrick. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, you see that video that TKO had posted in the group chat?
Yo, man, speaking of Drake, I posted Drake's new music video for Nokia. And I'll be damned if that shit don't look like he's imitating Kendrick in that shit.
Yeah, at the beginning of the track, you do get some K-dot-isms at the beginning of the track, like the flow, and then now you having motherfuckers doing gang signs when they handshakes. I'm like, come on, Drake.
Yeah,
that's really it. The mannerisms that Drake was using is the same as Kendrick's Squabble Up video. The dancers, the formation of the dancers was like.
Why do you always got a fucking bite, man? Damn.
He don't though. That's the thing. It's just like he's provoking this invisible. You know how rappers, when you like some rappers when they first start, like they always talk about haters and shit, and it's like, nigga, who are you and why do you have haters already? Like it's Drake is always rapping to the invisible haters and shit. Like what he did though, somebody took it. Both of Kendrick's videos that he put out, like Drake, it mimicked both of the videos that he put out. That's what they put it.
Yo, Drake, you do not want that man to come back and finish the job. Leave him alone.
Oh my god, yo, I'm going through the comments of the video that TKO posted, and one comment said, "Doesn't matter who won the beef." When it okay, I can't read this without laughing. One of the top comments says, "Doesn't matter who won the beef. When it comes to giving hits, he's up there." And the top response to that was, "Yeah, he's up there talking to girls too."
Right, little girl.
Right. Funny how motherfuckers is ignoring that. Like
Ghost Dog. Don't even go there, Motto.
He has 5. Let us not
good,
forget.
Tati?
Let us not forget. He has 5 more in the chamber. Let's not forget that.
Oh shit.
What Tati said, y'all have faith in Darby being in any shape to be an all-in is wild. It's almost physically impossible. Well, I didn't say.
No, I'm talking about Darby. I've been saying.
I didn't say that either.
I've been saying the entire time the person that should have beaten Mox was Christian. I've been saying that for the longest time now.
That's everybody thought was gonna happen. Either he was gonna beat either he was going to beat Mox or he was going to beat the person that pinned Mox and have him cash in on a weakened champion at the time.
It's either Christian or it's Kenny. It's one of those two.
No, Kenny's not doing anything like that.
Yeah, I heard good things about the Will Smith album. Actually, I heard some good things about it. It's actually not that bad.
I thought he bitch slapped Chris Rock.
he spoke about that shit too.
I knew it.
I heard.
I gotta check it out. I gotta check that out soon.
Jazzy Jeff got production on that shit?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
He got it, man. He still be cooking, man.
Yeah, Jazzy Jeff got some shit, man. I think he'd be doing like a live once a week, doing some type of like just doing mixes and shit. Yeah, man, Jazzy Jeff.
We are in May. Oh no, we are in April, ladies and gentlemen, and we have enough shit to last us the rest of this year.
Holy shit!
Slow the fuck down.
No, but I'm glad all y'all here though, man. You know, I always appreciate y'all pulling up and shit, B. You know what I'm saying? All y'all here. You know what I mean? Talking the old fashioned wrestling, you guys is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Word, B. I'm really gonna remember this shit. No, I really am. I'm gonna remember this because it does pay me to say this shit. This is officially the final episode of the Council Roundtable. I just want all y'all to be here so I can announce this shit. Ballet, Tove, TKO, Black Star, and he got, of course, you know, like I appreciate you all, B. Seriously. Was it 280?
He came on camera for that.
My acting was good though, right? That was good acting though. I can't sleep. That was good.
Yo, I was like,
only thing you need was like the peach suit that Henry did.
Oh
man,
man,
leaving the heartbeats all over again. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Then I had to remember, wait, it's April 1st.
Tazi and Black Star was like, get the fuck out of here. You know what day it is. I got y'all first, though. You had to think about it. You had to let that shit marinate. Like, wait, hold on, what?
Like, I look at the date. The very first thing I did was when I looked at the date, I was like, wait a minute.
It ain't midnight yet.
Hey, yo, the fuck out of here. That was Academy Award winning acting there. Don't do that.
Tubi acting. Tubi is crazy, bro. Tubi's like fucking taking over, low key.
Nah, bro. Tubi is out of pocket, bro, for real.
Well, it's Fox. All it is Fox. We need to figure out a way to get a Tubi check. You know what I'm saying? Why they giving them away?
Yeah. Yo, check this out. I uploaded my throwback match in the group chat.
Okay.
And since it's WrestleMania edition.
Yeah, remember to put that in the chat over here too. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody is in the group chat. So everybody that's watching the show or who's gonna watch the upload, they could watch the match of the day also.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But today's throwback match is a WrestleMania edition. Like I said, I'm doing it from now until Mania 41. But the match today is Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. And yes, I put that match because it is the greatest women's WrestleMania main event. And yes, it's better than that triple threat that y'all love to force feed us. Come on.
Yeah, it was a good one.
But yeah, the throwback is Sasha versus Bianca.
Once you see Sasha crying,
y'all gonna stop that. That was good acting right there.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Steven Spielberg is my uncle.
Steven Spielberg is my uncle.
You know, shout outs to Bianca Belair becoming a referee and suddenly having 1 HP. That's like the wrestling.
Right?
lore.
I swear.
You have 1 HP when you're a ref suddenly. That's why they're out for like 5 minutes.
Like I said that. Like I said that on the group chat. I was all like, the ref must be telling Bianca, like, yo, first off, you're blind. Second off, as soon as Rhea or Io touch you, you're out for 35 seconds.
Man, that's
Tati, if you want, you can pull up for I'll be live for like another 15 minutes. If you want to pull up, you can.
And don't remember the bullshit finish. Don't forget about the bullshit finish. Bullshit finish is only number one.
Still mad about Raw last night.
What you was mad about?
Cody Rhodes immediately fucking giving John Cena the what's the name, like, and John Cena coming. It's like, all right, so John Cena can't fight no more now. There goes the main event. Fuck it.
And that punch was so slow. Like how we try to catch Cody with the sneak attack. That punch was like he was underwater.
Yeah, like that's what you got to deliver, bro. And like you might as well pack it up already now. Like I don't want to see it now. Like we just saw the main event. That was it. If that's all he had, man, that shit had me hot. I was like, come on, man.
Well, we still got an AA. We still got Cody still got to get hit with an AA.
But when Cena said, I make money for billionaires while you accepting cash from their kids, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was definitely an AEW ball right there.
Yeah, he was cooking.
That was an AEW ball. Man.
But when Cody, I think Cody said, what did he say?
For me, the line of the promo, I forgot the exact way that Cody worded it, but he said something along the lines of, you made it easy. He said you disenfranchised fans and made it easy for guys like me to go elsewhere and make money. Like that was a pretty true statement, because that's true. Cena did disenfranchise people, especially during the Super Cena bullshit. You know, during that period in the early 2010s when Super Cena was at the peak and he just kept winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. Like that was definitely a really bad period. That's why I could never objectively call Cena the GOAT of anything, because he did too much damage. Yeah,
no, he's not.
He did way
that's
too
what I'm saying.
much damage.
The shit that he's saying. Go ahead. My bad.
I know a lot of people in real life who stopped watching wrestling during those years when Cena was on top. I've met more people who stopped watching during those Cena years compared to any other era, because that's just how alienating the booking was at that time. It was like anytime anybody else got a sniff of stardom, it was like, no, here comes Cena to fucking shut that down. Oh, what? Next is getting over? Shut that down. Oh, what? Damien Sandow getting? Oh, shut that down. Oh, what's that? Alex Riley? Nope, shut that down. It was like, it was really strange. So
sunglasses deal, JTG. Oh, shut that down.
When Cody said, like, yeah, you're still my hero, but you're a piece of shit. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, they was spitting. They was shooting on each other. They definitely was.
The part that got me was Cody saying, "Don't act like you left this place better than you found it when you went to Hollywood."
Right. Yeah.
That shit was the most accurate statement in that whole promo. Like,
now when Cody let off and said that, know who made me? The people made me. And he pointed at the fans and said, the person who made you is some guy sitting in a chair. We can't mention his name. Like, oh fuck. Here we go.
I mean, he ain't wrong. The fans did want Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Cena was kind of, if you go back and look at Cena, how he became quote unquote their new guy, it came at a time where all of their main stars were heavy and they were in a scramble. So technically, Cena was became a corporate creation.
So Tati said the night Ray won the WWE Championship for 2 hours just to give it right back to Cena. I was over it. Facts.
That was the most
Big
heels
facts.
thing Cena ever did.
I remember
That was
that.
the most heels thing he ever did.
Big
Like at
facts.
the very least, I thought that was the moment Punk was going to come back when Ray won the title.
Well, Punk did end up coming back. Damn.
Yeah, that whole thing was
But Ray just got buried. They made Ray look like a fucking chump.
Yeah, that whole thing was just poorly managed. That's probably like in the modern era, that's like the biggest drop ball they ever did. They really could have had fun with that, because Punk was just gone for a week, and that was it. Like you could have really explored that. You could have had him show up to NBA games. You could have had him show up to like talk shows. You could have had him show up to like other wrestling promotions and stuff. They could have had so much fun.
That's what they did with AJ, like how they did with AJ. When AJ left with the TNA Championship, they did it right with AJ.
Like imagine
he went to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? With the TNA Championship.
If Punk would have showed up with the title and faced Steen for the WWE title on ROH.
Yeah, they could have did that. But Vince McMahon didn't want to play with others. Like, I give Triple H that. I do give Triple H that shit. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Like, I give Triple H that. He does let them venture off to do their own thing elsewhere here and there. Not too crazy with it, but he lets them go out to do, like with Bloodsport and TNA, whatever the case may be. Vince would never allow no shit like that. And they made it corny because we had got we missed out on a lot of good potential matches if he would have played ball with these other promotions.
Yeah, but how long though? Because he did Omos dirty. He brought him back for what?
Omos did himself dirty.
Back to catering.
He was a tag team champion. I'm gonna pull. Hey, listen, man. I just didn't like that. They could have left him in Japan, man.
Give up the titles. Back to catering.
Yeah, like didn't he fucking relinquish the belts just to come back to WWE to do nothing again? What? Pack him up.
If I'm him, as soon as my contract is up, I'm heading to New Japan.
Imagine seeing Punk with the title on 106 in Park. What earth?
That would have been cinema.
Oh my god.
What's that? Earth 7?
That would have been crazy.
He would have been on. Like he would have been on that MTV show. I forgot what it was called.
You know why would have made sense? You know why would have been crazy? You know why would have been crazy him on 106 in Park? Because remember, that's around the time when he wanted to fight Chris Brown.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So that would have been very interesting.
Wait, serious question. Was 106 even still a thing at that point?
Yeah.
It goes towards the end.
It was on its last leg, but yeah.
When did they die officially? I don't even remember.
They died officially when
Bow Wow and the ugly light skinned chick started hosting.
When AJ and Free, we thought it was gonna die after they left. But Roxy and Terrence, they held it down for a few more years. But when we knew it was officially dead, when they had Bow Wow and random other female hosts.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bow Wow, the ugly light skinned chick.
Yeah, Angela. He had Angela Simmons. She had no personality whatsoever. Like it was Bow Wow and Angela Simmons co-hosting that shit. I'm like, and Shorty was as bland as a rice cake with no cholesterol.
God damn.
That was when it was Enter Sandman. That was Enter Sandman time. Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you.
Man, I stopped watching. That was the last day I stopped watching BET. I remember that.
I stopped watching after AJ and Free left.
Had a music show, right?
AJ and Free left, I was done. So.
Did VH1 have a music show?
They don't have any music shows. That's the thing.
No, they don't have any. No.
And that's what made 106 in Park so prominent because they only had they was like the main ones with that platform when it came to catering to the youth and up and coming music when it comes to hip hop and rap at the time.
Like
that's why they was always number one.
Yeah, well, we
all grew up on Rap City. That was the best.
Oh hell yeah! I miss Rap City.
Yeah, what happened is I've had this conversation with friends before. Like, it's really weird. Like, I don't know if this makes sense or not. Like, people who grew up in the 70s and shit, their life really wasn't that much different from people that grew up in the 80s. And 90s also wasn't really that much different from the 80s. And the early 2000s wasn't that much different. But when you get to the mid 2000s, like 2005, 6, 7, like technology evolved like real quick. And social media just like fucking changed everything. Like when stuff like YouTube took off and other social streaming platforms, it made so many things that were prevalent like obsolete and shit. Because it's like
Like
because
to me,
before social media channels, I'm not sorry, but shows like 106 and TRL and shit like that, it was really the only way you could listen to your your favorite tracks. But it's like once social media started blowing up, people started just uploading shit for free. I used to
Right.
go to the store in my mall back in the day. I used to go there to buy anime stuff. I used to like get Dragon Ball, Outlaw Star, Rurouni Kenshin, Naruto.
Ninja Scroll.
I used to get like VHS tapes and DVDs. And I never forget like 2000, it was like 2007, 2008. It was like this website called like GoGo Anime. And they just uploaded anime for free.
I remember that website.
It fucking killed like any physical distributor of anime. It's like people they stopped buying it because it's like, why buy a DVD? Why buy
If you get it for free.
Why would you just go on this website and just watch it for free? And everything just started shutting down like 2008, 2009, and then like Spotify took off. And that hurt physical media like even more.
Yep, that's what
people started
killed it.
uploading like whole albums. People were just uploading like whole albums of like shit from like the 90s and the 80s and shit. Like it really hurt like those stores that like sold physical shit. And then eventually it started affecting like networks like BET and VH1 and MTV, and it was just like, let's just fucking pack it up then because everything's online now. So
like to me, you knew that you was good when Tigger used to put you in the booth on Rhapsody.
Yeah, motherfuckers are ready for the booth now.
Rap City, the basement. Yep.
Bro, to me, if you
What's good, Anubis?
if you couldn't bust a
Oh, nothing. I wanted to
freestyle-
piggyback off of his anime thing real quick, like what he was talking about. It's because of that mentality that a lot of these kids nowadays think that Dragon Ball was the first anime to be in America. And I'm like, dude, anime's always been here. They just didn't notice because there was no internet. I'm like, most of those shows we watched was anime.
Sailor Moon when I was a kid.
Yeah, I figured it was Sailor Moon. Yeah.
And another thing too.
My mom grew up on Speed Racer and Gigantor.
Oh, remember Go Speed Racer, Go Speed Racer, go.
Right, and the other thing too that these new kids don't got to deal with is like these new kids, they don't understand the concept of like watching an anime and having to wait a week to see what happens because now they just upload all of it at once and they just fucking binge it in like 2 days.
Kids today wouldn't last 10 minutes.
And also, like another thing they don't
know
get
the fear. They don't know the feeling of Goku showing up and saving Gohan and Krillin from the Ginyu Force and having to wait a year and a half to see what the fuck happens. They don't understand that fucking struggle, bro.
You know what other struggle they don't get? They don't get that, like, back in the day, to watch the dirty version of a music video, you had to wait till 2 or 3 in the morning on MTV and BET. So they had like BET Uncut and MTV After Hours.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when BET used to do the BET words on Nickelodeon. What the fuck is this?
Fucking Tip Drill, the Tip Drill video.
Tip Drill, yeah. That's when I first saw the Afro Man video because I got high.
So Tachi said, I stopped watching BET when he started airing the BET Awards on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I never knew about that though.
Well, that's because Viacom bought him out.
Yeah.
Viacom is a Nickelodeon company, so they got bought out. So that's what happened.
Yeah, Viacom bought MTV, VH1, and BET all at once.
How the hell do they have award show? I'm like, how do MTV have video music awards and they ain't had a music video on MTV since I was like a teenager?
Yeah. If you actually pay attention, the next time they do any of those award shows, you'll notice they have them like on all the networks now because Viacom owns them all, like Blackstar.
Oh yeah,
it's so weird. It's so strange. I remember, like, I think it was a year ago or 2 years ago, they aired like the MTV Movie Awards, and it was airing on VH1, BET, and MTV, and I was like, that's so weird. That's so
Yeah,
strange.
but but it's crazy how that goes. But also, these kids, they don't know tape trading like at all. Like
No, they
wrestling,
don't.
in order to see other companies, you literally had to have a homie that was into it.
Yeah, the lunchroom, lunchroom trading ECW tapes.
Yeah,
That shit was like a drug. That shit was like a drug deal. You had to know a guy to know a guy.
Right.
That's
No,
basically
it
what
was.
it was.
Yeah, baby.
I'm like, come on, I got that Raven Dreamer match. Right on deck.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And like,
remember.
I didn't have cable at that
Ev-
time, so
Everybody,
like
I
when
don't care what high school you
WCW
went to.
when WCW was on, you know what I'm saying, like a World War III, whatever the case may be, I had to watch that tape because I didn't have cable or pay-per-view at the time. So me
Yeah.
seeing like World War III when all the motherfuckers that was in WWF at the time went to WCW for that show, that was like a culture shock to me. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
because I
Asia
thought they
versus
retired
China.
from wrestling. I didn't think they went to
You'll never know.
WCW like a Luger and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Kids today will never know the struggle of having to flip channels back and forth.
Oh God.
Hell
Or
yeah, the
picture in
Monday Night
picture.
Wars.
The
I
PNP.
don't care. I don't care what school you went to. Everybody here knew that one dude at school. That one guy that had like that big like zip up binder that had like every PS2 disc and
The
Xbox.
Trapper
Yep.
Keeper.
Yep.
You're like, yo, what you need, man? You need that
Ooh.
Big Five, man. You need that Full Metal Gear. Like, what you got, man? I got Halo. I
I did
got
it for see-
I
Excalibur.
remember.
it was either for video games or it was for new albums. Like
Yep.
I
Yeah.
remember I was
they
in.
used to bootleg albums for that shit.
But wait,
I remember I was in.
I got
Go
one
ahead.
more for y'all that these kids definitely don't know. These kids don't know what a mixtape actually is. I'm like, a mixtape means you got someone else's beat and you're throwing your own bars on it, and usually there's a DJ in there. Now now everybody's got a mixtape, and I'm like, nah, that's an album, bro.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
lot
That
of
shit
it-
pisses
a
me
lot
off
of it-
too. That really pisses me off too because motherfuckers be coming out with albums. Like, my dude, you're using your own beats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's an album. Now,
Yeah.
only thing I could tell them is like maybe because they the songs don't have like a direct title. I guess you could say like they don't have like a story behind the most of the tracks. Then,
Yeah, the album
maybe it
doesn't
could
have a
be,
concept. It doesn't have a concept. Yeah.
like maybe it could be considered a mixtape. Well, come on, B. Like it's a fucking album if you're using your own material.
But they still call them EPs. And I'm like, that's an actual EP. And there's no concept to that, which an EP was basically what they call a mixtape now. It's ridiculous. These kids don't get. They're like, you heard Dochi's mixtape? I'm like, you mean the album Alligator Bites Never Healed? That's not no damn mixtape. Even she says she don't know what a mixtape is anymore. She
that's
said it
not
on Joe
her-
Budden. They asked her, like, in the industry, what does it mean when you have a mixtape versus an album? And she straight up went, I don't fucking know.
That's not her fault though. The music
Yeah, that's not her fault.
They don't even know.
Like, I remember I was in 5th grade, and like before school every single day. Like, remember those 2-sided cassette tapes?
Yes.
Of course. Side A and side B.
Yep.
And like I remember going to school and like dressing, and like I would get ready to school listening to Michael Jackson tapes.
Nice.
Good.
And like my friend had a CD, had a CD, and it was of Jay-Z's first album. I never heard of him a day in my life.
Flat top Jay-Z with the lineup. Yeah.
Like I never heard of him a day in my life, and I was like, "This dude's nice. Like, what's his name?" They're like, "You never heard of Jay-Z?" I was like, "No." Well, where are you from? They said, "Oh, I'm from New Jersey." I was like, "For real? Where the fuck is that at?"
Hey, Motto.
East Coast.
Motto's question of why does MTV only show ridiculousness most of the day? Bring back Silent Library. You can blame Rob.
Deerdeck.
I can't pronounce this. Yeah,
Rob
dude.
Deerdeck.
Yeah,
Robin Big.
basically what happened is that show is like super cheap to make, and it's the type of show that you can just put on a network. It doesn't matter like where you fit on the spectrum. Like if you've never seen the show in your life, or if you've
They're
seen
basically
it,
reacting to
just
YouTube videos. That's what they're doing.
basically, yeah. And so he basically like low key he turned MTV into like an ad prop. That's basically what happened. So. And
Hey,
yeah,
wait.
I do remember Silent Library, and I remember WWE used to have some of their wrestlers on
Yeah,
there. I remember
that
that.
shit was
Yeah.
fun.
They used to have what was it, Saturday night? Not Saturday night. What was it on MTV they had where it was like they would do the crap in New York, like when the Undertaker was fighting on an escalator. I mean,
Shotgun
Shotgun
Saturday Night.
Saturday.
Shotgun Saturday night. That's it.
Yeah,
But what I was finna say outside of that was when you mentioned reaction videos, I'm like, all these so-called reactors out here, nobody gives props to the OG reactors, Beavis and Butthead. Those are the OG reactors.
Dead ass though, you're right. Yeah.
Right.
Because remember, the videos didn't play all the way. They knew how to handle copyright and they commented properly. They knew how to do reaction videos.
What is
Beavis,
crap?
Beavis, you dumbass.
Yep.
They used
Hey,
to, they used
except for them, I saw a
they
bunch
used-
of dope videos though.
they used to twerk to rap videos. I remember that shit.
Butthead, man. Those are the fucking days.
Yeah, but I was like, I always tell people, I'm like, that's the OG reactors.
Motto said these new kids today don't know the struggle of pulling out the N64 cartridge and blowing it to get it to work again. Pause. Man,
NES
you know about the
cartridge.
regular Nintendo. I
NES
remember,
cartridge.
like you really had to take like 5 to 6 minutes to get the game to work.
You had to jiggle it inside of the Nintendo and then hold down reset.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
it's like,
don't know
because it's not like
they don't-
nowadays you be like, oh, this game not working, I'll just play another game. Nah, that's the only game you got, motherfucker. You gotta make that shit work.
They
And I'm
don't
sitting
have
up
the
here like,
struggle. They
save
don't
point.
have the struggle of memory cards either.
Yeah.
Everything's like digital
The
now.
scratches.
Right. Remember the long ass password?
Yeah, the long one.
Scratches.
Them
The
passwords.
scratches on the PS. The scratches on the PS1 disc means that your shit is done.
Oh my god.
I made my shit work though. I will use just a little dab of alcohol, not too much, just a little dab, and wipe that shit with a super duper dry cloth or like a tissue, and make sure it's not dirty, nothing like that, and it'll work. It'll work for like a couple of months, but it'll work.
Man,
Tati
they don't know
just wrote. I
Yeah,
told
he
my
chose
daughter
Tank.
about. I told my daughter about buying bootleg DVDs out of a trunk on the corner of North Strand and
Brooklyn?
Fifth Avenue.
LimeWire.
Yeah,
LimeWire.
Now my daughter
from
thinks I'm a
BK.
thief for using LimeWire.
Remember that shit, LimeWire, like at first it was cool, then that shit started getting mad Trojans on that shit. Like when it came to the viruses.
My computer, the amount of computers that LimeWire gave AIDS to is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's my favorite
LimeWire.
part of the.
You forgot about Kazaa and Napster.
Bear share, all that shit.
That's
what-
my
yeah,
favorite
Motto would
part of
say,
the bar. I love the barbershop movies. I forgot the character's name. The dude that would just come in and start selling shit. Like I kind of miss that. I miss that because
The
that's
whole
how it was
barbershop
back then.
vibe, right? With motherfuckers used to come in the barbershop and just start an argument over the most stupidest shit that happened this week.
I was a freshman in high school. I'll never forget this day. I was a freshman in high school. My friend told me about the R. Kelly tapes.
Oh
And I was
Lord.
all like,
Oh
what?
no.
They
Yeah,
like,
like-
yeah, the motherfuckers.
Yeah, on
saw
some
it
real
in
G
Job Corps.
shit. On some real G shit, like that shit wasn't capped. Like, cause remember at the end of the barbershop movie, they was talking about the R. Kelly sex tape or whatever. Niggas is really talking about that shit in barbershops. I'm like, why y'all
Yeah.
talking about this shit?
Because that's what you do in a barbershop.
Nah, I was like, that shit made me uncomfortable at that time. I'm like, why is motherfuckers watching kitty porn and watching this dude's cock? I don't want to
Yeah,
see
that
R.
was
Kelly's
it.
cock. The fuck?
Well, hell, I remember. I mean, y'all are old. Y'all are old enough to remember when
the only time Cedric the Entertainer ever made me laugh ever was when he was like, "Man, fuck Jesse Jackson."
all I was gonna say was you guys talking about those. You guys talking about Luke tape. Remember the Pam and Tommy Lee one?
I didn't watch that one either.
I didn't see it. I just know it from high school.
No, I know what you're talking about. Like you know the Ray J and the Kim Kardashian one. Yo, I see that shit.
Now you gotta do like George Carlin when he talked. He said, how do you put it? Amateur porn, or in other words, horrible videos of horrible fucking.
Yo, man, I miss George Carlin, man. Imagine George Carlin out now talking about what's going on nowadays. Imagine that.
Patrice
Man,
O'Neal.
he would cook.
Patrice O'Neal.
Your ballet, your R. Kelly fan?
R. Kelly came out with some new shit, as a matter of fact, from jail.
In jail?
Yeah. The shit sound hot.
What that dude said, and I said this as a kid to everybody. I'm like, I made a video about this, and people were mad for a second at me, but I'm all like, I ain't gonna say nothing about R. Kelly scandals, but I will tell you this. Why did he call himself the Pied Piper of R&B? Didn't the Pied Piper steal all the children when the town didn't want to pay him?
See.
He's saving.
You kind of answered your own question.
Yo, R. Kelly saving himself for the booty warrior.
Yo, King Leo, Chico, y'all still there? Like, I know
Yeah,
we wilding right
I'm sitting here
I
laughing,
know we
bro. like a
wilding right
motherfucker.
now, but you know, you give it up.
Yo, fuck that nigga R. Kelly. Fuck him and fuck all fucking the kid.
Hey, all of his albums was proof. The first album was called 12 Play. Aaliyah's album was called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Nobody thought that was dismissive. He literally said on the song, my mind is telling me no, but your body's telling me yes. No, that means call the cops. I see everything wrong with this bump and grind.
Nah, bro. You know what? You know what? It's fucking hypocritical, though, man. Y'all knew the kind of timing this nigga was on, and y'all swept that under the rug. Fuck y'all too.
For a long time too.
No,
and he's not the only celebrity. A lot of these motherfuckers do fuck shit that y'all ignore.
I've never cared ever. Like, I mean, he's okay, I guess. His music's just not for me. I've never cared for John Legend. He's whatever, but like at the same time, I'll give him props because he was the first notable name to just basically be like, "Yo, man, you're a weirdo," and for whatever reason, like it's weird like that. Like whether it's celebrities or like it's like people are weird. It's like they're waiting for someone else to do it. You know,
That's how it works.
Right. And then it's like once someone else does it, everyone just joins in. It's like, yeah, it's like when John Legend was like, you a weirdo, bro. All of a sudden it was like everybody else was like, yeah, fuck R. Kelly. And it's like, what took you guys so long? But
you can say the same thing about You can say that about Vince McMahon. You can say that about Vince McMahon.
But you can say that about a lot of celebrities, man.
You can say that about the whole wrestling industry, actually.
You can say that about wrestling, these bloggers, these podcasters, these singers.
Yep.
A lot of motherfuckers that everybody's calling weird, they've always been on that type of time. Y'all just ignored it. I mean, fucking
Diddy. Charlie just said, Charlie said R. Kelly and Vinnie Mac always shared their true stories or shared their true selves, showed their true selves.
Yeah.
Ignored it for the good music and wrestling.
Yeah.
Right.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
When I was the one I called this shit out during the fucking. I keep bringing this shit up. Pause. When I'm telling you, during the Big Man Helmsley era, when Stephanie was doing that questionable shit, sitting on her Vince's lap with a short ass skirt, kissing him on the mouth.
Remember that storyline that they had to ax because she was supposed to be pregnant? And
I just want to go.
Yeah, the story that they abolished. It was like, we're not doing that, Vince. Like,
I just want to go on record. I was never an R. Kelly fan at any point. When I was a child, I knew he was a piece of shit. I was fucking 7 or 8 years old. I'll never forget. They played "I Believe I Can Fly," and I was like, "Oh, what a nice inspirational song." And then, like 2 years later, he does "Feeling on Your Booty." What?
Man, before that, he was doing.
That's the thing with R. Kelly. He got fire ass music. That's the bullshit. Just like we were saying about Logan Paul. Of course, Logan Paul, yeah, he's a piece of shit, but I don't think he's worse than R. Kelly. That's either
nah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that kills motherfuckers. Like, damn, you a talented motherfucker. Why are you going out like this?
If you go back and listen to that nigga's first album, the first one when he was with the group. What was it? And the song "Vibe" was his first single. He calls R. Kelly. I mean, he calls Aaliyah's name out on that song, and she's like fucking 12, bro. Like,
yep,
12 play. That's what new was saying.
No. The one born into the 90s. That album, the first one with the group R. Kelly in a public announcement when he had.
And then the album cover for there's this one YouTube video I saw. There's this YouTube video I saw, like this was years ago. It was like a 20-minute video where this guy was just breaking down different album covers and just talking about like how album covers tell the story about like what's going on. Like if you, I don't know if you'll get like trademark for it. I don't know. I don't see why you would, but just to be safe, I guess don't show it. The album cover for like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, it's fucking creepy because you can see the album cover for Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Like you see Aaliyah front and center, but then you see like R. Kelly like in the background. He's like faded. It's like he's stalking her.
Yeah,
it's, like, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's fucking strange.
Like he
look
like a creeper.
But the weird thing about it is that like, and the other thing about it is that R. Kelly, not only did he take that, but he also stole, what was his name? Aaron Hall's whole swag.
He sure did.
But Aaron Hall was a freaky bull too, so you know.
Yes, he was.
It just shows you just how much the culture has changed. Like if something like that, because it was proven in a court of law that they got married. Like if something like that happened today, first of all, the person would be canceled. They would be blackballed from the industry, and they probably get a life sentence. But the '90s were just different. Nobody gave a fuck about that back then, unfortunately.
Well, they would make jokes about it on they made jokes about it on Mad TV and everything. Like they would all like these scandals weren't exactly secret. They would make these jokes. Like I remember when Ari Spears did a parody of Oz, but it was Bill Cosby in prison, and I'm like, damn, that's prophetic.
Yo, Ballet said John Legend performed at an Elvis special. Pot said hello to the kettle.
Yeah, fuck Elvis. Dude. Fuck him. He's a dude.
Yeah, super fuck him.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, this is why it's hypocritical. They always give Elvis a pass. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They made like 3 movies of that nigga. Like, give me a break.
Well, you know what?
I do.
The Chuck Berry thing was funny.
So when I found out that Elvis wasn't shit, I think it was when it was in a rap song.
Public Enemy.
Yeah.
Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. That straight up racist was, yeah, I know that song. Motherfuck you and John Wayne. I know the song.
Yeah.
But no, what I was saying was Chuck Berry, when they arrested him for that same crime, he's all like, hey, how come y'all don't talk to my boys, Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis? But they went after Chuck Berry first. We know why. But anyway.
I don't even know how we got here, but the conversation was definitely great. And
wait, I got food for thought for y'all before I go though. Think about this. And this one ain't no craziness. This one ain't crazy. It's a nice one. At one point, Jimi Hendrix and James Brown and Little Richard were all in the same band.
What?
Yeah, Little Richard put James Brown. James Brown was his backup singer. Jimi Hendrix was his guitarist. Ain't that something?
Imagine that track.
For Coke.
Imagine the conversation between the three.
Man, that would have been interesting. They could have did like a couple of albums in that truck alone.
Nah, but much love to y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Appreciate you, Anubis.
Albums.
They all would have been #1 hits too.
Telling you.
If y'all could
get up out of here, though, B. Before we get up out of here, King Leo, what you got going on for this week?
Well,
more streaming. I'm gonna do another 2K stream and some gaming, and then SmackDown Friday. So shit, man, that's pretty much it. And some website updates. They keep sending me.
Damn, sound a little more dudes, motherfucker. Like you, like yeah, whatever,
Nah, man.
Put some passion in your promo.
Yeah, you already know I've been at it. They had me up last night, man.
I know you're a little tired, but come on now. Get your
it was what 11:30 Pacific. Ballet went to sleep. She was like, all right, y'all, I'm going to bed. Fuck you, what the fuck y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like and we all stayed up. So we stayed up late as shit. It had to be what 2:00 on the East Coast when we finished, missed all days off. Like, that was a crazy stream. It was like 6 hours, bro. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play the game again and whatever everybody else want to play. Y'all want to play something this week? Let me know. I'm down.
Yeah, sometime this week gotta play that Grand Theft, B. Let's get this money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, B. Yeah, I mean, Jacob, next U.S. champion, B. That's what we're going with that.
I mean,
appreciate y'all, B. We're gonna pull up again on Friday with the Dynamite results. We're gonna pull up, talk about Dynasty, and also can't forget about the bum out of the week. You can't forget about that. We got that
Yeah,
happening this Friday, B. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Toph. That's just a good touch. Pause. The Jackass theme, that's a nice, you know what I'm saying? When you do the da-na-na-na, we definitely gonna cook with that. But yeah, B, until then, let's get up out of here. Don't be a twerping sub, like all that shit, B.
Alrighty.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, B.
It's April 2nd in the East Coast, so yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shots go out to the council. Shots go out to Motto, Tati, Ballet. My dude Henny guy with the Dudo, King Leo. My dude Blaze. My dude Dynasty. Dynasty, where you been at? Where you at? Huh? Shots go out to him also. Shots go out to TKO. Shots go out to my dude Icon. Appreciate you all, man. You guys are awesome. I don't care what y'all say about my damn acting. That shit was good. I almost had y'all motherfuckers. Don't even do me like that. Motherfuckers thought it was about to be a rap. Like, man, look, this channel been through wars, B. This channel's like a fucking tank. We're going to keep this shit pushing, B. We're going to keep cooking. This is what we do. Ain't no games being played over here. Fuck you mean? Of course it was an April Fool's joke. We're going to keep cooking over here. Keep building a community. Keep building the Wrestleverse. That's how we give it up. You know what? Before we get up out of here, let's play a TKO track real quick, B. I'll see y'all on Friday.
I'm looking at you from a distance. Got you on my mind, baby girl, please listen. See you over there hanging with your bestie. I can see your halo, shorty, come bless me. She got a waistline like water, so hot, made me wanna give you a daughter. Damn shorty, you know what you doing. It's a win-win, ain't no way we losing. So fly from your head to your toes, ride or die for sure. It's all about you, I don't play no games. I don't waste time calling you my lady. I like her, I like you too. Bring it back, I'ma make it do what it do. Send it my way, girl, whatever you like. Looking so good, it feels so good. You look great, tryna make you mine, oh babe, too late. And you know you're fine. Always stay on my mind. Tell me you gon' pop for me like I will for you. Hop that ass, show you my love, it's so real and true. I won't waste your time, no. I'm on your body for sure. Yep, on your body like cocoa butter. Your body wet up like you, they in the shower. Ever fresh, ever clean, girl, you not sour. I've sitting for you long like Eiffel Tower. Take out my camera, video in the hotel room of Canada. Put you up on my Snapchat and my Instagram. Me no care where your man say. Me no give a damn car, you have the attention. Bad girl like you deserve a detention. One take sitting and tripping on your center. Matter of fact, where you appearing for. Forward of my place up at Washington DC, turn you from a side chick into a wifey. Black president, make everything nice, E. You the baddest chick, yeah, that I see. Yeah. And when you moving, then you look great. Tryna make you mine, no babe, too late. And you know you're fine. Always stay on my mind. Tell me you gon' pop for me like I will for you. Hop that ass, show you my love, it's so real and true. I won't waste your time, no. I'm on your body for sure. I'm on your body for sure. I'm on your body for sure.
Feel the explosion, burn from fire. I'm elusive when I tell that nigga turn it up. Nobody in here have an empty cup. Better run and escape and go pray. I'm a